Hey, for those of you watching in the future, welcome to our live review of Gamescom Day 3. I think it's about time that we go ahead and get started, so tune in. I'm going to take a quick check on the audio, make sure everything's working, and then we will get going. There we go, chat. There we go, chat. It's working. I can now see chat. I appreciate y'all. Hey, welcome to Gamescom Day 3. I have been on media blackout all day as I've been working. I haven't even remotely looked at things. I honestly don't know if anything was revealed today, if there was anything new, etc., etc. So what we're gonna do, chat, is we're gonna expedite ourselves. We're gonna expedite through this preview. There's not really much to talk about. Day 2 was mid-tier. Now, I will say, out of all the days that have happened so far, I think the Future Games Show with Michael DeSanta and the other lady, that was really cool. That was a really cool event. I thoroughly enjoyed that. The Santa comedy, it's good to see that the man himself truly did bring his own personality into the character of Michael DeSanta. And I kind of hope we get to see him more in games, him portraying other characters. Hey, chat, right? They bring him back in the Future Games Show. And I don't remember if it was the end of the Future Games Show or the end of that day's Gamescom segment, but they brought him in on a day where they revealed Mafia: The Old Country. So I'm kind of hoping that we get to see him in that game. You never know. A man can hope. But without further ado, I think we go ahead and skip into this. As you guys can see, we're kind of chilling on YouTube right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get us on that full screen life. We're going to get started, chat. I think I have everything set up proportionally, right? Full screen. I know, chat. All hail Asmongold. I'm kidding. Not all hail, but hey, we love Asmon here, chat. This is not an Asmon stan channel, but we do love some Asmongold.
It's day 3 of our live coverage of Xbox Gamescom 2024, and there's so many games to talk about, Charlie, so let's dive in.
Let's get stuck in. We have games on
Ouch,
games on
Charlie.
games.
That really hurt.
Fantasio, the newest game from the minds behind Persona 3.
Yay! Let's go!
Crafting the game
Nah, chat. I'm here for the off-rip.
And after that, we're going to be discovering what it takes to
Metaphor off-rip? Yo, chat, get comfy. Metaphor off-rip is wild.
Should be a great time.
Sounds like a lovely time, but now it's time to throw it over to Bex with one of the most anticipated games of the
What's
year.
up, Bex? Bro, I love there's dude. The people in the background were like,
humming the Indiana Jones theme since this next game was announced.
people in the background were just like,
might be as excited as I am right now. Here to reveal as much as I can possibly pry out of them about
chat.
Indiana Jones and the
No,
Great
I
Circle.
don't care about the Great Circle. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Yeah, I don't. Chat, I'm sorry. Indie's not for me. You know what? I'll leave it. They're revealing some stuff. I'll leave it for y'all. It's worth leaving. Indie's not a me game.
It just isn't. Must be quite a feat to work with.
But we are going to skip through this part of it.
Adventure from the
would you do as an
I'm here for the indie like
iconic hero?
Absolutely. I mean, I probably wouldn't choose the right chalice, but hopefully everything else in the game
I wouldn't choose the right chalice.
Will be fine.
If you don't choose the right chalice, you're dead.
About the game, then let's talk about what the combat and maybe exploration will look like in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Well, how there's just a spider just crawls up his arm. Like, there's so many people that's not going to go well for.
So combat, compared to, we come from a background of
German Shepherd,
working on Wolfenstein for a really long game, like big double-wielding shotguns. This game is not that. This is much more adventure-focused game. So that means exploring more open-ended environments.
So that means combat is the same,
puzzles into the game that
no matter the situation.
For the player to solve without you getting
good to know. Combat's repetitive, but the game is fun.
The environment using your whip.
December 9, 2024, PC Indiana Jones it is. No, I'm not playing Indiana Jones.
Knuckle busting,
that's definitely not
combat. So punching.
It's just not my game. It never has been.
Even
I've
picking
never.
Up a banjo and
why is the rising
the
sun flying over what looks to be?
That really almost.
Chat. Those are rising sun planes. That is.
Absolutely.
The Great Empire of
At the end of the
Japan's
day, he is an archaeologist, but not quite
torpedo
BJ,
bombers.
but he does a good job
Those
with
look like the
what's around
torpedo
him. Can't wait
bombers,
to get
not
into
the
that.
normal bombers.
Speaking of utilizing
Versus
the
Golem
environment,
Cheeks? No.
can we talk about the
Don't.
puzzles that we'll see in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle as well?
You know how priceless that vase is?
Absolutely. This is one of the kind of youth to be this kind of professor,
that was cool.
archaeologist. So have help you through the puzzle.
I don't care about the mocap.
Investigate and discover.
You get to
and
see anything cool.
You still do get.
Chat, I'm skipping straight through the gameplay stuff.
I mean,
a
lot of us, I'm sure, me especially, I'm very excited to get my hands
literally
on that
hard
whip
mind right now. Like,
and
don't
take
start
that
me.
out for a spin. Is there anything you want to share just now about
Also, chat, with all
whip
performance
wielding
issues
and
fixed, there
how
should be no more
that can
stuttering
be used within the game too?
for the recordings during stream.
It's such an important feature. Like it's iconic for the character. So from day one, it's been incredibly important to get right, and we've had super talented engineers and animators working really hard to get the feel.
What can
has been on a constant iterative
Now,
basis.
I will say this:
weekly,
the one thing that does interest me about the game is that, right, like it's
they are the experts of the
like
IP,
Uncharted. There are going to be
the
puzzles that you have to solve to like access further into tombs and stuff like that, or places where you're looking for artifacts. That's the only thing about the game where I'm like,
good experience. And speaking,
I would like to apply my wrinkly noodle here.
Two sides to that.
But I'll be honest with you, like a game's combat system has to also be intuitive and fun, and if it's not, I just won't enjoy the experience regardless of the intellectual side of it.
But when it comes
unfortunately, Noise, give me a second. Let me put you somewhere
weird. There are people out there that do not know
closer to me,
Indiana Jones
so that I can see you in chat while we're doing this.
We are capturing them also, because at the heart and at the core of Indiana Jones and the franchise is a fantastic world of deep narrative and a great adventure. So there is something for everyone in there.
Amazing. I can't wait. That sounds so good.
There's always a ship in the middle of the Arctic, bro.
There are any
Look at this.
of the film
perfectly preserved in the ice.
Also emulate in the game, or if you could maybe share
frozen
us a
in
little
place.
Bit of Easter eggs if you have
How did
any?
he get frozen in place like that?
Well,
It's
it
a real
wouldn't
question.
be a proper Easter egg if we spoiled it ahead of launch, so you have to play it for yourself. But as Axel said, there's a wealth of indie trivia and lots of really cool things to discover in the game. So
if you know, you know type thing.
You will not be disappointed if you're into that.
Amazing. Well, guys, thank you so much for chatting with me
Random
today.
Xbox 360
Finally,
question.
last question. When can we
Lost
get
Planet?
our hands on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle?
Considering that I don't recognize the name, probably not.
Christmas wish list sorted then. Very good and very nice.
There's a
Axel, thank you so much. Enjoy
familiarity,
the rest of your Gamescom.
but I don't
It's been
actually
such a
remember
pleasure
the game
chatting
itself.
all things
I recognize the
indie.
name, but
I
not the
shall don
game,
my
so
hat now
probably
as well.
not.
I think that's only right.
But if I check it and I
remember,
recognize
you
it,
can
different
pre-order
story.
your copy of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle ready for December.
Okay. On-screen animation is not actual game footage.
They do not know.
I want to protect this country.
But it looks like actual game footage.
The city of Rhylehaven.
If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
Wait, why does it say it's not actual game footage? This literally looks like game footage.
Bigger face on the rock.
Traveling from one nation to another. Well, there's all sorts of life.
They did not make an open world Persona game. What the fuck are those? Oh no. No. I don't like the Sphincter of Doom.
Can you smell it? There's change in the air.
No, I smell the Sphincter of Doom. This is metaphor. Noise, this is metaphor Refantasio.
And Count Luis, hot on his trail.
They made an open world Persona franchise game. I don't know about you, bro, but this looks good. This also looks like 200 hours, so I am now in serious danger.
There are a lot of people in
Well,
the
that's
crowd
gonna
who
save
have never
time.
supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
Oh no. Oh, I'm in. Oh no. Oh, I'm in danger. I'm in so much danger. Noise, I'm fucked again. Yeah, bro. You're welcome. Please show me more. That is okay. Yes, continue to work hard on the game. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to play it. And if you have to delay the game, I will, trust me, I'll be happy. Hey, Noise, I really hope they have to delay the game. Not everything, Noise. I don't have to do our next Mass Effect run. I've just realized that, like, Mass Effect's probably going to be a Christmas time run again. I'm probably not going to be able to play it until then. Because think about it, AC Shadows comes out like early November. And that's probably going to be like 100+ hour Let's Play. It's smaller than Valhalla, thank fucking God. Because Valhalla took me over 200 hours. And I still don't have the plat. Because of a bugged quest, and I didn't want to spend time hunting every fish in the game. Nah, dude, I honestly think other people from other okay. Anyone can become king if he or she is the most popular. There will be people who make outrageous promises. And unique battles and commotion will unfold. We invite you to experience the story of the election in the game. Second, we noticed there's a lot of interest in the travel experiences of the Wait, we get to become a king? The royal virtues. What? Every action is not in vain, but leads to the growth of the protagonist, which is a very important point. While traveling in a gauntlet runner, the protagonist enjoys playing a chess-like game with his friends. What do you mean chess-like? Even this casual interaction? One step closer. Many levels. Okay, the various locations of the kingdom of... Can't pronounce that. Setting of the event. Cities and magnificent nature that you will visit. Okay. Cliff diving. Monster slaying. Later, as you progress in the main storyline, okay. We hope that players will enjoy touring various places. Each choice you make in the game will foster bonds with your friends. The growth of the main character. It is up to each player to decide how he or she will spend their days. As usual, we've made the game so that players can enjoy it in a variety of ways, and we hope you look forward to it. If you pre-order, you will get luxurious incentives that will help you enjoy your adventure even more, so please pre-order now. Finally, I would like to talk about one of the features of this title. In Metaphor, we gave the protagonist his own voice. Yo, what's going on, Avocado? No, you rolled an L on the Tritos. Avocado, welcome in. Yo, Noise, you know what? This is probably a game that I should give away, right? Do a 100+ hour Let's Play and then give away a good edition of this game. I think so, bro. Wukong versus AC Shadows for Game of the Year? Absolutely not. AC Shadows will not be in the running. AC Shadows, I'm saying this right now. AC Shadows will not be in the running for Game of the Year, and I think it will be because of controversy. As of right now, the government of Japan intends to take legal action against Ubisoft after the launch of AC Shadows. They have not already, because with the game not actually having been released now, they technically cannot take legal action. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's not happening. Wukong, yes. AC Shadow's not going to be in the running. But what's going on, Avocado? Happy Friday. Avocado, unfortunately, you did not get the actual third. We ran into some starter stream issues with the music player again. That bugged out and crashed. And I was not able to reload stream back in fast enough. AC Shadows 180+ for the plat. Honestly, probably. If they put in a stupid fishing quest again, I'm done. I'm not even going for it. I'm not kidding. Because PlayStation now allows you to reveal the hidden trophies as well. I'm going to look. If there's a fishing quest and it's like catch all the fish in the game, I'm not doing it. Want to give fragment? Oh, chat. Also, this is huge. All the Persona games we've played, we didn't have a voice. we made conversation choices, but we didn't really have voice. They gave our protagonist a choice in Metaphor ReFantazio. I am extremely happy and excited for this because it's going to give a different dimension to that the Atlas games. And I really can't wait to see what they went with. I really can't. Dragon's Dogma 2 shouldn't be there now. It only net like 3 million. We'll be grateful if you love the new main character. That's not a good translation for that sentence. He definitely didn't say that. He said, chat. The translation said I would be grateful if you love the new character. I guarantee you the actual correct translation of this is probably, I hope you enjoy our, or, you know, either our or the new main character. I guarantee you. It just makes more sense, bro. I'm telling you. Again, there's stuff to be lost in translation.
Now let's meet some of the voices of Metaphor ReFantazio.
No, we get to speak with the voice actors and actresses.
And Stuart Clark. Thanks so much for joining us here at Gamescom. How are you finding it so far?
Oh, mate, it's been overwhelming in the best possible way. Like, I've never been to an event like this, which it's like gaming theme park.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like every area is themed. I'm looking at the World of Warcraft section now, and it's just like, it looks like this themed attraction.
Calm down.
People are queuing. They've got incredible rides.
Calm down.
Games. Like I just
okay.
want to go out and explore. Like as soon as this is done, I just want to go and I want to find some cool things.
Bro, go have some fun.
Yeah.
That's why you're here.
You walk in for the first time, and it's just, you almost want to just stand and take it in. It's just a spectacle.
Yeah.
And people walking around in costumes.
Yeah,
you know, I
yeah,
want
some
to stop
people
every
show up
single
in
person and
cosplay,
go,
chat.
You look incredible. Wait, you look incredible. It's
okay,
just, it's
Janessa
such a wonderful
Silverang.
atmosphere. We're having such a brilliant time.
Wait,
it's one of the best things
chat,
is wandering around the booth,
basically
seeing all the games. But
yeah.
let's talk about your game, because both of you play some incredible characters
No
right,
shot.
in the game. Stuart, do you want to start off with who you're playing and tell us about your character?
I can totally start.
What's his name? Oh
so
my God.
I play
She's
Leon
basically
Stroll,
female Keanu Reeves, chat.
you're
amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Your brother in arms.
You're breathtaking.
Your ride or die. Your
No,
main
you're
man.
breathtaking.
Your special dude. I'm running out of ways to describe it, but he is
Special
like
dude.
your first and foremost. Runs in very early. He is like a country noble.
So chat, we already know that this is like super early. This is like early on in the game. This is when you're first unlocking your power and stuff like that, right? You see this monster? These monsters are called humans, by the way.
Who
and I love it.
He's a man of
I'm here for it.
He's got this idealized.
I'm here for the
humanity
humanity trolling. 100%, 150 billion %.
How they should interact with the world, and it's an idealism that isn't always matched by the world that he exists within, and he butts up against that a lot. And I think it's so refreshing for him to find the protagonist and for them to share this kind of forged in fire experience early on, where they find that their ideals align and their motivations align.
Chat, Stroll reminds me of the boxer in Persona 3 Reload. I forget his name. God, I play too many games. I forget his name, but that's his personality, his look, his demeanor. That's who he reminds me of. Super professional, a little too uptight and serious, but maybe a little awkward, right? When it comes to feelings and stuff like that.
As that first ally, like his mouth gets ahead of him sometimes.
Yeah.
He's forthright. He will if he doesn't like you, he'll tell you. And if there's a grudge, he's going to keep that grudge. But if you're on the right side of him, he is your best friend.
It sounds like everyone needs a Stroll in their life.
I think so. I think so.
I agree.
Kristen, what about your character?
Well, if you need a Stroll, you certainly need a Hulkenberg. Iceland Hulkenberg is, she was a knight originally, and she was the bodyguard of the royal family, the prince, and she sort of carries this extraordinary sense of honor and of her duty to the royal family. And when we meet her,
big ass ears.
She has this enormous wound because she was not able to protect the royal family in their hour of need. And so when we meet her, you get a feeling of she needs to redeem herself. You know, she needs to prove that she is the great knight, the great warrior, and she has your back. She is front
Have
and
the blood
center.
flow.
You want
Pull the blood out of my
Hulkenberg to
hand,
be fighting
produce
your
the
corner.
swelling.
She takes herself very, very seriously. She's maybe not the person you want to play a practical joke on because she will not get it. However, you do want to go to a bar with her and
she's
eat
more
some
dense
weird
than a
food
black
'cause
hole.
she
Got
likes
it.
her weird food.
Weird? What kind of
She
weird
likes
food
weird.
are we
What,
talking
how
about?
weird?
I mean, I don't want to drop any spoilers, but basically...
Huge spoilers. Huge spoilers.
Oh yeah.
Hulkenberg's cuisine.
Yeah. I don't want to ruin her maybe one joke of the entire game, but yeah, she will eat what pretty much no one else will eat.
That is fair enough. It's
Good
pretty
to
much
know.
me at Gamescom. I was just going
No, it's good to know, right?
Going around the town.
All right, chat. Feed
but
her the
one of
thing that
hardest
no
things
one
I
else will
find
eat.
when-
Understood.
With any prep for
Dog
building these
champ.
characters is what are you given beforehand? Are you shown like images? Are you kind of given extra details so that when you're going to build this character, what's the
You
approach
said
to you?
shh.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. Honestly, Benny, it can vary massively from project to project in terms of where you are in the recording process when the game's being developed. So it might be that you come in further along and there's so many assets. You can see full cutscenes. You're getting a full rendition of the world, or it can go completely the other way, and you're basically performing to an Excel spreadsheet, and everything is having to be conjured by your brain. I think with this one, it was sort of an in-betweeny stage. Where
Define
when we
in-betweeny.
started the project, there was very little. There was like nothing to go on. I remember Scott, the localization director, was sort of describing these things, describing humans, human monsters, and I was like, okay, yeah, right, I get it. Do you get that? Yeah, yes, Stu, yeah, I get it,
You didn't get it.
I didn't really get it. But then the assets start coming in, and you start seeing these animatics, these cutscenes. There we go, there's one,
Right
there's
there.
one.
Yep. Right there.
And you start to see the scale. You start to understand, like, oh, wow, this is not what I pictured. These are not traditional monsters. This is not a traditional fantasy world. It's when the assets did start coming in, and especially when we started dubbing cutscenes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see some of the really crazy monsters.
This is like a different
my God, we get a
experience,
Cthulhu-looking
fantasy-wise, to
ass
anything that
monster.
I've done
I
before.
can't wait.
A lot of
she
the
has puppy
monsters, they're
ears,
almost
chat.
like Hieronymus Bosch kind of, creations. They
He's got a
they look
Padawan
sort of
braid,
beautiful
chat.
and terrifying at the same time.
Are they fast as fuck,
I don't know
boy?
about you. When
I
I,
think they're fast
auditioned
as fuck,
for
boy. Yeah, they're
Hulkenberg,
fast
I
as
was
fuck.
given this is what she looks like.
Ooh, a
and
fairy.
a lot of kind of descriptive, kind of characteristics. And very
Okay.
quickly, I look at that and go, well, I look nothing like that. So you have to really imagine, you have to pretend every time you're in the booth. One of my directions was you've got a six-pack on. Your armor is a six-pack. And I'm a sweet little English rose, so stuff like that helps me massively.
No, it must be a lot of fun though getting into those roles because they're like, as you said, such different characters to what you've done in the past.
Yes, 100%. There are a couple of moments in the game that are huge.
They're starting
battles,
off
especially
with
for a character
my
like
most
Hulkenberg,
anticipated
and,
is literally
I'm quite an
insane.
extra performer.
I'm very
I like
happy.
going big.
I'm
And a lot of the
satisfied
directions
already.
that I kept being given was, Kristen,
That's all I needed from today's show. I'm not even a cap.
Things hurt less.
Everything
Do
else
less,
that's coming out is just like
there
bonus
are a couple of
for
moments,
me.
Again, I don't want to spoil big dramatic moments where I was
See,
screaming.
I can't gamma now because
and
I
the
will
performance director's
guaranteed
going,
lose.
Kristen, less.
I will guaranteed lose my points
It's what I
now.
said, though. It's better to go less than be like, oh, more. Because that's what one of the things I've always seen.
I
is,
didn't
like,
lose.
If you've got more, you can kind of like take that step back and
69,
kind of get what
nice.
you are after.
Yeah, I didn't get any do less.
We out here,
direction.
bro.
So what I'm hearing is that Stroll feels every attack, and he feels it a lot. The Hulkenberg can like
feels
take
it
it,
a
and Stroll
lot.
is like, oh gosh.
Bad ass.
It hurts.
Needs work.
Also,
Hey, Cranky, that never happens now. It's always someone wins, someone loses.
When
So
you're going
hell
into
yeah,
that
bro.
And you're kind of prepping to do the recordings, because like even backstage we're doing like little
going
warm-ups
Cranky.
in the
They're going through
morning,
one of my
with,
most
like, the whole
anticipated
Xbox team that are
right
doing the
now.
hosting, like doing
Off
like red light,
rip
yellow light, green
in the
light,
showcase,
like,
and I'm
bite
just
my
like,
bug, all
dude.
this like stupid stuff,
Brother.
Right? Is there anything particularly
Brother.
you were doing to get yourself into the like kind of like mindset before recording?
Is that Power World?
Oh, like any prep?
Bro, that was Power World in the
less of a
background.
vocal exercise, but I tell you what I did do throughout the recording process was that
hey, Chad, get your quick
the
balls ready.
studio was a little bit outside of London, so I always had a train journey to go.
Okay.
And I played through the entire of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on my Switch because it just got me in that kind of RPG mindset of like listening to other voice actors, enjoying what they're doing, feeling inspired, and getting me in that zone. So that was kind of my prep. Was more of a mental prep of just like getting you into the world of like fantasy.
Yeah, hearing that a voice actor took their voice acting seriously gives me great hope that like the game can be good.
I like to listen
hey,
to
Cranky,
computer
look,
game
you already got it, dude.
You know, it's
Cranky,
very
just wait.
tempting. You're walking around, you know,
40 more
South
percentage
London,
points, and every time you hit Pokecheck, there's going to be no answer. No one's going to be home. You're not going to need it. Just wait. You'll get there.
And actually, as soon as you take the music out,
It's
you're
painful
like,
when you get to the when you start getting close to that 100% on the spawnable.
It's been so much fun.
It slows down.
Just kind of like seeing how you approach these characters in the world, and I can't wait to play the game myself as well.
Seriously.
So thank you so much for both of you coming and joining us, and like finding about the process and hearing about your characters. And a big thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Gamescom, get a chance to get around the booth as well. So remember as well, the epic story of Metaphor ReFantazio unfolds when the game launches October 11th. So check out the pre-order and get ready for the adventure. But coming up, the team from 33 Immortals stopped by to help us join the rebellion in this unique 33-player co-op. And later, we give you the ultimate booth experience with the Avowed demo.
I've never heard of this.
Seen here at Gamescom.
Path of Exile 2, don't care.
Will be available
Wu Chang,
on
Fallen
Game Pass
Feathers.
Day 1. So get ready. And
what are all these? Okay, chat. It's about to be a stretch of games I've never heard of. So let me get my notes ready.
Call of Duty
if
Black
we see
Ops 6
something
on October 25th. Place on.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen, chat. Black Ops launches 14 days, 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks after Metaphor ReFantazio. Here's what we're gonna do. When Black Ops 6 launches, we're gonna take a Metaphor break. Trust me, 2 straight weeks of Metaphor, I'm probably gonna need a break. Because it's gonna be a long Let's Play, chat. And I think it will be good for the Let's Play for me to take a break. The combat in the game is just like it's probably gonna be turn-based, right? Just like Persona. It's gonna be different from what I've heard, but I think it's still supposed to be turn-based and some other stuff. So I think what we're gonna do, right? We'll get 2 straight weeks in, essentially, of Metaphor ReFantazio. Black Ops 6 will launch. We'll stop Metaphor temporarily to do a quick Let's Play. And by quick, I mean I'm probably gonna explore in the Black Ops 6 campaign, like the maps and stuff like that as we go through. I'm not gonna linger, but I'm gonna try to like secure a bunch of stuff. But I want to play that Black Ops. I want to see the story that they're bringing to us. And then once that story's over, boom, we continue Metaphor. I think that's the best way to do that. I want to get Black Ops out while it's fresh.
Member, you can join
and if I can get early access, hey, it'll be less than 2 weeks.
For $1 or €1. This hot waffle won't last long, so act now. But also, now we turn to a nutty puzzle platformer that trades acorns for ammunition. Welcome to the wild world of Squirrel with a Gun.
Oh
My
God!
name is Dan D'Antremont,
Yo, Noise.
Game director for Squirrel with a Gun.
Noise,
the
you
game
remember
where you
this?
play as the neighborhood's most
Oh, this is so
rodent,
funny.
committing crimes and causing mayhem
Dude,
in pursuit
Squirrel
of golden
crimes
acorns.
is so
and I'm so
good.
excited to share a bit about
I
what
love
makes
this.
this nutty sandbox shooter and puzzle platformer so special. The
Pro-
core of Squirrel with a Gun is in its nutty sandbox gameplay. We had to make sure the gameplay was as crazy as the concept. You play
More
as
like
an
Pro
unhinged
Labs.
animal as it wreaks havoc on the
Get
world
outta here,
around
bro.
you as you explore and complete hidden objectives.
Stupid bot.
You can be a nice squirrel
I
and ask
fucking
for
hate
snacks
bots. They're
and
so
pose for
annoying.
photos. You might get some rewards
Imagine,
for wholesome
imagine getting
interactions,
bopped.
like
Imagine
helping a
getting
bride
bopped
find
because
her
you
missing
suck
groom,
ass.
shooting some hoops,
Can't
going
relate.
on a little water adventure, and heading to the skate park to show off some tricks. But you can also choose to be a nuisance, pestering the community.
haven't showed the Ant Legion,
running
aka
them over with your little RC car, giving someone a shave, riding the drone, doing a showdown with Wild Will, the cowboy. There are so many different ways you can interact with people in this game, and a lot of hidden side quests
why
to
are we
complete
watching
with
this?
the NPCs in exchange
I understand
for the highly
Squirrel
desirable
Simulator is
golden
interesting, but
acorns.
or Squirrel
Regular
Crime
acorn-
Simulator is interesting, but
And I can't
Chad,
wait
I
for-
honestly can't do it. I can't take it seriously. October 15th, we chat. even if I wanted to play it as a troll, we won't have time. It's 4 days after. 4 days after Refantasio. Damn. Noise, are you gonna play Squirrel Simulator? Squirrel Crime Simulator? What is this?
Bosses in Path of Exile 2 come about two major ways.
Nope.
You obviously have
All
the
right,
more
chat, I'm gonna be honest with you.
traditional
Path of
approach
Exile
where
2,
you
it's not
create
on the list.
narrative.
So this is not gonna
and
be
you
something that
design
we
a boss
spend
around
time
that
on.
narrative.
No noose this time.
We get a release date though. I will see if we get you guys a release date. Path of Exile 2.
Experience, we have been giving away prizes all week.
That's
Truly
good.
awesome.
That's good for you. Stop
Xbox,
literally
for
bragging.
your chance to win the Riffmaster wireless guitar. It's so perfect to play music like a true rock star in Fortnite Festival, and of course it's compatible on Fortnite Festival across Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S consoles.
Next!
Now chat and rock on. Okay, now it's time to catch up with the minds about the inspiration behind this epic
Brother, if this
title.
mic continues to mess with me on...
大家好，我是
Oh no, I got a chat. Noise, I have to replace this boom arm. I'm literally about to lose my shit. I don't think moving it's gonna help either. I think it'll just make it
明哲是一家
worse.
位于成都的游戏公司。成都有非常丰富的历史底蕴和传统文化，这里有神秘的三星堆，有脍炙人口的三国故事，也有大量的历史。
I gotta get one that's more versatile. This one's very 1/2 dimensional. I need one that moves in 3/4 dimensions.
游戏的故事背景设定在明朝末年的1647年。张先
Noise. If the developers are speaking Japanese or Mandarin, you listen until you know. Every time. I'm going to tell you right now, I've never seen a bad game come from the East. Okay, that's not true. I've never seen a bad game promoted like this in a showcase like this from the East that has been bad. And what you have to understand is just at the cultural level, these devs take their games way more seriously, right? Like, it just is, bro. It's crazy too, because it's like I wish all gaming devs across the entire world were this serious about the development of their games. We would never have a bad game. We'd pretty much almost never have a bad game.
以至明末，每逢战乱的时候，羽化病就会出现。我们把这些信息分散到了游戏的只言片语当中，以及游戏的场景叙事当中，力求拉近这个架空世界和玩家之间的距离。而无常作为主角，他需要在这个传说中寻找复活秘密的线索，而在这个过程当中，玩家和主角都会逐渐去接近整个事情的真相。
Okay, so honestly, like,
明朝末年在四川地区的战乱、瘟疫的混乱。
I want to say he's speaking Mandarin, but I am not familiar enough with Japanese and Mandarin dialects to be able to say for certain that this is a Mandarin dialect. I'm assuming it is Mandarin based on the sound of it and the region that the game is existing in.
我们就可以通过更多的非线性的关卡设计，
No, this is not Japanese. It
包括
has
一
to
些
be
垂直
Mandarin.
的关卡设计，去增强冲击力。 然后去做更多的
Noise, what do you think? You think this is Mandarin? This sounds like Mandarin to me, bro.
让玩家能够在体验游戏的时候沉浸其中，或者说是让玩家在游戏中每走的一步路都能够感觉到这个世界是活着的。
Wait, that's actually that's a really
作为一款架空世界的游戏
It is Mandarin.
能够给玩家呈现一个具有明末特色的
This is definitely Mandarin.
为了实现这一点
It's the inflection in the way he's speaking. Japanese.
或大或小的人物。
You see how when so for me, when I hear Mandarin versus Japanese, the differences I hear is that Mandarin flows more like water. It's softer, not softer necessarily in terms of the words, but softer in terms of the inflection, I guess you could say. Whereas Japanese is a lot, it feels crisp. It feels more crisp, more purposeful, more what's the best way that I can put it? It feels more proper is not the right word. It feels more pronounced. Crisp and pronounced would be the way I would describe Japanese, whereas Mandarin I would describe as more of a flow.
比如像
Say less I'm buying. Dynasty, bro. If it's a Souls like, it might be right. Like, hey, I'm telling you right now, if Black Myth Wukong gives me the if it gives me the bug, y'all are about to eat. You know, those of you who like watching Souls like stuff. So, I would call Black Myth Wukong a Souls light. But I want to see. I'm curious. Because the art style of this game is very interesting to me.
阔别已久的故乡。玩家需要帮助无常去寻找失去的记忆与游戏中遇到的各种各样的角色进行对话互动。但是在前期，玩家可能不会意识到前期的每一个抉择其实都是非常关键的。游戏前期
No, Noise, that's what I was saying. The way he's speaking sounds more like Mandarin to me.
制造了大量的
Whereas Japanese is a lot more crisp.
我们相信这会勾起玩家的好奇心。随着游戏剧情的深入，特别是到了游戏的后期，玩家会产生一种恍然大悟的感觉。实体扫描是一个非常好的方案，因为扫描技术可以把时间的痕迹很好地记录下来。四川还有周边地区存在着大量的民代建筑以及少数民族的建筑和村落。
Yeah, no, you're not capping. Again, it comes from at the like these devs. I don't know what it is. Devs in these countries take these games like way more seriously than ours do. Ours are just like, oh, you know, we want to have a message, and these devs are like, hey, we want to make an amazing experience, and that's the difference. It's at the cultural level, bro. The combat system, I wanted to create something unique by drawing inspiration from films and traditional martial arts. We've designed numerous weapons and fighting styles to make the core combat more dynamic and strategic, while staying true to the game's essence. Nah, chat, you don't get this. You don't get this in West anymore. With dual swords, certain techniques allow players to deflect most of the damage from both. Yeah, chat, you don't get this in the West anymore. I hate it here. Noise, I hate it here. Like, what? Players can integrate kicking techniques in their combos to address this imbalance? Who thinks of this? I've not played a game where this is even remotely a consideration on how to balance your weaknesses against your strengths. What?
在战斗系统的核心设计方面，我们强化了战斗方式的多样性和策略性，针对不同的招式，这应该说是针对不同的怪物的招式，设计了更多的解法，以求丰富玩家的战斗体验。武术指导在参与项目的过程中，会根据游戏的动作去进行包装。然后最终确保效果是符合预期的。我们的动画师将根据武术指导的设计，再进行二次操作和制作。这样，
They're working on the perfection of the stance for the mocap. Even though realistically, unless a swords master is playing the game, they're not going to complain about it. That's crazy to me. Because we don't get that, bro. They're just like, this will work.
这个宣传片的主题其实是说从人堕落成怪物。
Theme of this trail is from human to monster.
这个主题更多是希望表达游戏中的一个主旨，就是一切的力量都是
all power comes at a price.
玩家也会随着无常的旅程看到游戏中
players will witness various characters driven by their obsessions, dabbling in unknown powers with terrifying consequences.
然后宣传片中
the boss featured in the trailer is actually related to Wu Chang by blood, and the theme of family will be explored in this character's storyline.
随着距离我们2025年的发售日越来越近，我们还会陆续给大家带来更多的内容。感谢大家的关注和支持。我们会和五怒 Games 的紧密合作。
Hey, Noise, I won't be able to see chat for a second, so keep an eye for me. This gets added to the list. Okay, chat. I don't even care if this is on console. Because if it's not, I will more than likely have the ability to play it on PC by then. That, for those who don't know, I am planning on upgrading to a max creator tier Starforge PC, complete with 4090. I'll probably even take the RAM and double it once I get it. But in the meantime, we are kind of stuck with the not beast. This is a beast of a machine, chat, for its specs. But I do wish to bitch sometimes. Wait. I didn't see PS5. No shot. I have to play it on fucking Xbox, dude. Now, here's the thing, chat. What I realize is when I do get the comp, the way that I'm going to have to set everything up, I'm going to have to make sure I have the consoles near the computer itself. But that's going to require a complete revamp of my office. There's a desk I have to get rid of. I'm going to have to get like 2 additional open space desks like the one I have right now, and it's just going to be interesting. I'm going to create like a full gaming command center is what I'm going to do, chat.
Last year,
This room's just going to become a gaming command center.
In the run-up
I got to
to
get this
release.
couch out of here, too.
Here with what fans can expect from 33 Immortals, we have Thunder Lotus producer Nicolas Godin. Bienvenue.
Wait, Noise, why pass? Do you not have an Xbox? It's Xbox and PC, bro. So if you have PC, you can play it. Wuching Fallen Feather is based on Dark Souls. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm hoping.
Gamescom is awesome.
It will be my actual first Souls form.
It's very
and it will be new. And it will be
were here
amazing.
Last year with 33 Immortals on our Gamescom stage.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a year. It's been a minute. Could you give
I
us
don't
a refresher
remember
on the
this from
APC?
last
I'll give
year.
you a little
Did we
recap.
miss this?
So 33
You're
Immortals
not digging
is
the
a
combat?
co-op action
Or
roguelike game.
did you just watch
where
the combat?
You join the fight with 33 players with you. And
It'll be
then
interesting
the
to
goal
see
is
that.
to fight
If you're not liking the
masses,
combat, it's
like,
gonna be
of,
interesting. It's on the
monsters
list.
and, like,
It's too late. It's on the list
and
to
all that
keep
in
an
a
eye out for.
Raid, pick up and raid. It's
You're
all we
watching
call
the
it, pick up
demo
and
on.
raid vibe, where we want to give
the
this
demo
raid,
is out.
accessible take for
Interesting.
players.
Yeah, but Noise,
Like,
remember that may not be the
low-key
release
effort
date.
to just join
It
in
may
and fight
improve.
all together.
I remember. I don't remember the name of the game, but I remember. I want to say a couple years back, there was a game that was shown off, and people complained about the combat, and they literally hired people, like new people, to come in and essentially completely overhaul the combat system. And the next showcase they were at, they came with demos of the new combat system, and it was amazing. So don't count them out, bro.
And Phil Spencer is a fan.
Don't count them out, bro. I'm telling
We
you.
are very happy to mention
Some
that
of
Phil
these
was our
studios,
first
especially the ones that take it
community
seriously,
member since
like
last year. But to be fair, he was really
they
really,
take like think about it.
nice
They didn't
with
bring
us.
a
He
demo
played with
to
us.
this,
He was very
to
he's
this
our fan. We love him. And it was a good
event
moment
for
with
no
him last
reason.
year.
They want
And you
feedback.
got community testing now under your belt as well. So could you
I'll say
tell
don't
us more
count it
about
out
the
yet. I'm
reactions?
not saying,
Yes,
oh
it
no,
was
you have to get it
interesting,
or
throughout
you have
last-
to consider
the
it.
whole
I'm
year.
saying just
We had the
don't
closed
count it
alpha
out
and
yet.
the closed beta.
It
For the
releases
closed
next
beta,
year.
We were very surprised.
That's more than enough time, trust
had
me.
Around 47,000 players. We weren't
Think about
expecting
it.
this at all,
Cyberpunk's
but we are
combat system
very
has
grateful
completely
and happy
changed
to have
between
all these
pre
players joining
2.0
in.
and post 2.0.
It was nice because we also had a survey in it.
And this is that was a
we
fully
asked them,
released game.
Would you recommend that
right?
game? You know, this classic, would you recommend
I
it?
never want to go back
And
to
we
pre
were very
2.0
happy to hear
Cyberpunk
that
combat.
94% of them
It's just
would
so much more
recommend it.
fun now.
So for us, it was clearly a big success.
Congratulations.
I still
on
play it
that.
super stealthy and slow,
Those
but
community testings can be
that
very
cool
revealing.
tree,
So
you
what
can
did
go
you learn
fast as fuck,
about
boy,
that
and
for
just
your
be killing
game,
people
and
so
how
fast
does
they
your
barely
team
have time to
evolve
react.
things
You
before
really like
release?
you can really do
Indeed,
anything
we learned
now
a
on
lot.
Cyberpunk.
First
It's
of all,
insane.
we confirmed that our core
Yeah,
game
they can
mechanic
completely
is
do. They
working
could
very well.
completely change the
fact of
combat. It
playing
could look
with 32
completely
players
different.
as a
It probably
big
won't,
group in the
but it
world,
can,
in
and
boss
that's the
fight,
thing.
It was a good success.
We'll know
People
within 2 weeks
appreciated
of
all the
launch
co-op
what it looks like.
mechanics.
Is my kind of
The
thing.
boss fight again, they were very happy.
Big thing chat, and I tell people this. I understand if you see a game and you're immediately like, hey, I want this, and then you just get it because you know regardless you're going to play it, that's fine. If you're ever on the fence about a game, I would say the pre-order bonuses are essentially free, but you do not have to pre-order, right? Like 4 months in advance. You want to wait till 1-2 weeks before launch and then pre-order then when you're sure you want the game. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to pre-order the day before because you want the bonuses, but you don't want to commit until you really know the release date. There is nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's the best way to do it. I understand the more people that pre-order earlier, the better it looks for the devs and stuff like that and their internals and finances and stuff like that. But as a consumer, the best thing for you to do is wait until the absolute last possible moment to pre-order, then pre-order and get the bonuses while being sure that you want the game before you buy it. Keep that in mind.
Appreciated. And also, it's something very TLG-like.
For example, what is it? Black Myth Wukong. I pre-ordered that and Star Wars Outlaws at the same time. I want to say like a week ago. But at that point, I knew I was going to be playing the games. Black Myth Wukong, I had seen enough I was interested, and pretty much as soon as I heard Son Goku, and I knew it was based on the myth that Dragon Ball, right? The story that Dragon Ball was the essential inspiration for. I was like, nah, that's it. I'm gonna play the game. I don't care if it's a Souls-like or a Souls-light, right? And it's gonna make me mauled. I don't care. That is an amazing story. I would love to see it told in a different light from Dragon Ball. And then obviously Star Wars Outlaws. I committed to that pretty early on. I've seen enough now, by the time that I pre-ordered it, to know, hey, I may not like this, but I committed to streaming it for y'all. I made that decision like super early on. So I'm going to show y'all Star Wars Outlaws, and then you can determine if you want to play the game or not. I'm not a big cosmetics guy, so I don't recommend that. I will say this. Games that where the pre-order bonuses are cosmetics and then they have a cosmetic store in the game, literally like every Ubisoft game, I will not recommend that you pre-order them. I will recommend that you wait, you watch whoever the streamer that you trust is play the game before you then decide what edition of the game you want to get, if you still want to get it.
We know we have gorgeous art. Like
I don't want to talk about it. If there are dragons in Wukong, I'm going to cry.
It's really I would say our like tagline when you talk about Thunder Lotus, and we respect that and people appreciate that. It was very good. On the other end, we also had tons of feedback, and that was good.
I think my first actual dragon boss that wasn't like a Spyro game
work on the combat is such a
was
big
Dragon
thing
Age
in our
Inquisition.
game. We want to make it more snappy.
And I hated it.
We also
my
work
second
on some,
dragon boss was
tutorials
in
at the
Dragon's
beginning to
Dogma
make it more
too,
clear for players.
ironically enough.
We want to work also again on
which
some
is still funny to
communication
me.
features we have in game. We'll pimp them up to make sure that people.
Okay, chat. I don't know why I'm watching this. Hold on. I'm not interested in that. I don't know what that is. I thought they were going to be talking about. That's 33 Immortals. Chat. That's 33 Immortals. Obviously, search it on Steam. Wishlist it if you're interested in it. That is not something we're going to be playing, so it is not something we're going to keep watching.
Inferno was a Lucifer boss fight, which was very exciting. And
Bro,
for
Purgatorium,
we go with Adam and Eve fight in the Garden of Eden. It was we weren't sure to push it out.
I don't know why the outside of my nose
on the gameplay.
bro.
So when we put it out, it was very rough. It was all pink and placeholder with rough animations, and it was very fine with us because we wanted gameplay on feedback on gameplay.
I don't know why my nose is itchy. I'm sorry, chat.
Right now we are working a lot to make sure that all the official assets.
So why don't you show everybody Towerborn, and I'll go find out what else is on the booth.
Come on, join me. This is Towerborn, a 4-player co-op game you can enjoy here at the booth. So make sure to bring some friends with you, because there are gonna be some amazing boss battles as well.
I've got one sinus that's extremely inflamed and pumping out mucus right now, and I'm just like, bro,
Over
please
here,
stop.
our fans get to experience Microsoft Flight Simulator like a proper pilot. We've got the yoke, we've got the rudder set up. From personal experience, this is definitely
Bro, a full flight setup for Microsoft Flight Simulator that can like
check out. Looks sick.
That you can basically practice being like an actual pilot is not cheap,
and we
by
got
the
a
way.
new day one
It's actually really
announcement
expensive.
with hide and seek. Fans at the booth can already play this new mode, and they can also check
like
the
prop
latest
hunt in
Nike
Forza.
collab. Fans at home can play the latest mode on September
The fuck was
10th.
that?
Over here is the
Joyce, you know what that
opportunity
was?
for fans of Fallout 76 or that recent TV show to grab a great snap in front of this iconic vault door. But follow me inside because I've got something to show you. Now, the Skyline Valley update's been available for a little bit of time, but here at Gamescom is their first chance to play test the upcoming update.
Yeah, Noise, I don't want to talk about it. We're not gonna talk about that, bro.
Accessibility desk. We are dedicated to have you all play, whether on our broadcast or around the booth. We have multi-language
This I love.
interpreters.
Chat, I'm a big supporter of everyone who wants the game should be able to game.
Xbox Adaptive Set. We have the World of Warcraft booth with a great VR wheelchair experience, so make sure to check this out. We have great audio descriptive tours
that's
as well.
actually
We
really
also
cute.
show you the new joysticks, and make sure to check out and maybe customize
Noise,
your own
this type of stuff is so cool,
Over here
bro.
we've got the Avowed Theater experience, which is really cool because our fans get a VIP walkthrough of
That
some
was someone
never-before-seen
aggressive.
gameplay.
That's
Right
all I'm
after
gonna
that,
say.
they can also cast
The
some spells
shoe
and
shining.
whatever
Jesus
they're doing.
Christ.
Are you ready for the pirate party experience? Then check out The Sea of Thieves booth here at Gamescom. We have a chicken present. You can win some loot. Can you imagine to control an ever-evolving nation? Then Ara History Untold is your game. Fans can choose between different historical figures. You can build and explore.
Oh yeah, Noise. We're setting stuff on fire tonight.
This world is yours now.
It's not my world.
This next section
Stop lying to me.
Popular, I couldn't even get too close to it. We've got the first Starfield expansion, Shattered Space, right next to the first Indiana Jones game since 2011, all wrapped up into one beautiful.
Honestly, so chat, just so we're clear, there is one thing that I've kind of exposed myself to. Starfield Shattered Space expansion, okay? I have looked a little bit into that, okay? That you know, that was announced before this. We've seen content before this, so this wasn't like a reveal of it. I have looked into it a little bit. It sounds like the expansion is a handcrafted essentially takes place on a handcrafted singular planet, unique quest line, and oh my god, it's the snake people. I forget what they're called. Our favorite person, Andresia's people, is who it involves, and it sounds like it's relatively dark / mystic, and I'm super excited for it.
Experience for our fans to see.
So the fact that people get to check it out right now, I'm pissed.
Xbox is
I want
all
to play
about
Shattered
fans.
Space.
And at this community hub, you can get up close and personal.
I can't wait to do another Starfield
and even some
run,
of the
to
voices
be honest.
of your favorite
We're gonna have
characters.
a rover this
so
time,
make
like
sure to check
chat,
the
new,
schedule,
fresh new universe,
enjoy,
by the
and
way.
have fun
Fresh
at
new
the
universe. We're not gonna be.
And no Gamescom will be complete.
It'll be a
without
new
some
run,
swag.
new
And our
background.
gear shop has got everything you could ever
I don't think we'll
want
be
across
soldier
so
this
many of our
time,
different franchises.
but I
We've
don't
got
know
stuff
what
from
we're gonna do.
Fallout, Diablo, World of Warcraft,
House,
Call of Duty.
House Varun,
I'm
chat,
gonna go
House
fill my
Varun.
bags up and,
I call them
we'll
the
just see what the rest of the show has in store for us.
Varunese. The Varunese. Bro, stop. Bro, is this a game made in 2024? You're kidding? Actually, I think I've seen this played, and it's not bad. It's like XCOM 2, but like World War, I want to say 1 or 2. Yeah, Commando's Origins. It's not bad. It's not, chat, we're not going to play it, but I'm definitely going to be watching probably Co-Carnage play it.
And
Highly
that
recommend,
was
by the way, if he plays it, that you guys watch
Commando's
him play it.
Origin, I'm pretty good, didn't it?
Sick.
Now to Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Henry, did you know it
Space
was released back in
Marine!
2011?
For the Emperor!
13 years later, Space Marine 2 is nearly ready to make landfall. Here with more, please welcome Saber Interactive's Chief Creative Officer. It's Tim Willits. How you doing, Tim?
Thank you for having me.
What's up,
Are you having a
Timus?
good Gamescom so far?
What's up,
This has
Timothy?
been a great Gamescom, and the reception
Timium.
on the game has been great.
Amazing,
been?
wonderful. We got
Frankie,
some
I
questions for
appreciate
you.
you,
You
bro.
got the first one in your love.
Yeah, I'd like to
111
know, 'cause
is
this is a
insane.
follow-up to the game that released back then, and knowing that there's quite a following to the Space Marine universe. I mean, the game itself, that the IP that the franchise is based on, has been ongoing for many.
Okay, but I want to see more
Yes,
Space
it's
Marine
based
stuff.
on the in the Warhammer 40,000 universe.
Chief Creative Officer,
this
Saber
universe
Interactive.
was created
Okay.
45 years ago.
Yeah.
And the influence that it has had on video games that we've played for decades, I don't think many people realize.
It
working
looks
with
so,
Games
dude,
Workshop,
you look so
we worked hand in hand on
clean.
the story.
Bro, look at the Ultramarine armor, bro. Hold on. Chat. Can I can't. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that's not what I intended to do. Hold on.
On video games that we've played
That,
for decades.
look at how
I don't think many
crisp the
people realize.
Ultramarine armor looks.
Working with Games Workshop, we worked hand in hand on
Hey,
the story.
Noise, are you
the
getting
setup,
Space
the
Marine 2,
Space
by the
Marine
way?
chapters, even like the enemies that you fight. So it was a great collaborative effort.
Yeah, no, I can totally imagine. And because of that, with 45 years, you say, of history, I imagine there's quite a challenge when it comes to making a sequel to a popular game for core fans who've been with you the whole time, but even trying to entice new folks who, like myself, I haven't played the first Space Marine game. So I'd love to hear a little bit more about, what does this mean for those who have played for ages or maybe uninitiated to 40k?
Yes, that's a great question. It was definitely a challenge to create a game that both respected the franchise, respected the fans, but also was approachable enough for people to play it. Now, I know you said you haven't played Space Marine 1.
Please don't hurt me, Tim. I'll get round to it.
That is totally fine.
All right, sorry, Chet.
Yes. You have. Don't worry that
You're 50-50.
if you haven't played the franchise.
Okay, well, let me know if you decide to play Space Marine 2.
If you're just a fan of
I don't think I'm playing it on launch, but I'm 100% playing through the campaign.
That's good. But for the fans that have been there,
So anyone that has already played it, when I decide to play it, if you want to hop in on my campaign, you're more than welcome to.
To make sure the sequel is just right for them too.
For the Emperor,
yes,
always.
The community, the Warhammer 40,000 community is intense. It's millions strong. And
they love it, right?
They love it.
I was going to say, even I've become a Warhammer 40K fan.
So working with Games Workshop,
dude,
they have their
Rogue Trader changed me.
They have their expert writers.
Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader changed me. It really did.
We made sure that we are delivering the game and the experience that really is true to the franchise, and to really make you a true Space Marine, to that power fantasy of being
not just a Space Marine, you're an Ultramarine.
In the universe.
I mean, have you seen
which is a different level of Space Marine.
Right?
You're the Giga Chads of Giga Chads. Space Marines are Giga Chads. Ultramarines are Giga Chads, Giga Chads.
Reflected in the action and the pace of the game that we're looking at here, because this looks, well, you said it's quite intense. It looks really full on.
Yeah.
Yes. The key to Space Marine 2 is both the complex melee system
I gotta run to the market in the
and
morning,
range
chat.
combat. One of the
I want to
things
make some
that
breakfast
you
before
will
we hop
see
on tomorrow
is,
morning.
Titus has to use everything in his arsenal.
So chat, tomorrow's
from
plan.
Blocks to hits,
Hold
to
on.
dodges, to grabs, to glory kills.
Nice.
It's really a very visceral, intense, and in your face.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chat, tomorrow's morning plan
So
is.
do all of them have different kind of that up close melee
We're gonna
ability
play.
that we just saw as well?
I think
know
we're
there are
gonna
multiple folks
record
who can
like
play.
one or two
Yes,
Cyberpunk
yes.
episodes.
So, one of the great things about
Right,
the
so
game
3-ish
is you
hours of
have a
content.
campaign where you play as
And then I'm gonna
Titus,
look and see.
He has 2 squad mates.
I think
whom
there's
you
some
can-
extended
the computer can play them or your buddies can play them.
content
Oh, fun,
for
okay.
multiple
And then
upcoming
we have
games,
a PvE
Dune
campaign where you
MMO,
can
for
play as your own Space
example,
Marine.
and a
You
few
can customize
others
Space Marine,
that I
it could be the
may
chapter that you
want to do
you can
reaction
upgrade.
slash
great.
And
reviews
then that
for,
also leads to PvP.
and then I'll
So
probably
you can
post
go
those over the
head-to-head
next few
with
days.
other humans playing as Space Marines.
Oh, that sounds good.
But basically,
That's
I've
a bit of
started
us.
the.
I like that. And there's the range stuff that we're seeing here
Yes.
now.
I've been
Here's the
posting
thing, like,
our
the
live
action
reaction
is
stuff
very
in the
intense,
second
and at times the
second
enemies can
video
get quite
slot,
overwhelming
second
as
daily
well. It's
video
not
slot
just
that I've
about
now
the fact
opened
that
up.
you're dealing with
And I
someone far
think
away,
going
maybe
forward,
someone
we
up
may
close,
be
'cause I can deal
popping
with one
2
dude.
videos a day,
I'm fine
if
with
I'm being
that.
honest.
He's fine with that.
Tell me about the
for
sort
sure.
of technology you've had to develop to allow for there to be so much going on screen at once.
Yes, so the key critical component of this experience.
That was sick. by
Yes,
the way.
that is
Are you
an
kidding
awesome
me?
glory
We
kill.
just need to
For the
quickly
YouTube
go,
side, so YouTube,
nice
you may,
job, Tim.
you know,
Like that, Tim.
you're going to be hearing this pretty early on.
So,
you may be
the,
getting 2
the
videos a
Swarm
day
engine.
going
The
forward
Swarm engine
pretty
was
often
developed by Saber
until we're back
Interactive
to until the
World War Z.
backlog has been reduced
and that has been
significantly.
developed, and now we're in Swarm Engine 2, where we can bring, massive amounts of Tyranids, never seen before, and they just come at you and they break apart, and every one of those Tyranids, based on our new AI director, starts thinking, and they're thinking about killing you, and it is an over-the-top war, like epic, like never seen before, epic war, where you are the main fighter.
And is this just going around in the skybox? Because I don't know about you, Henry, but the idea of like loads of Tyranids flying at me sounds kind of fun. Is it something that you can see from a distance, or are they like coming at you?
Yeah, they're much scarier.
They're just Tyranids.
Yes, especially when there are hundreds and hundreds.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they come at you with everything.
Who's a
And
baby
you need to
Tyrannid?
use every weapon in your arsenal.
Who's a good
every
Tyrannid?
move that you practice.
She's talking about them like they're
to
pets,
stay alive.
bro.
You can see
Like,
here where,
no, they
where
want to rip
the
your hand
Tyranids
off and
are-
beat you to
are
death with
moving
it, and
into
then
the
eat the
battlefield.
rest of you.
They're
Like,
on their
what?
way. It's nuts.
They're not
And
cute.
as they approach, they
The
immediately
Emperor has
break out
decreed that they
into,
be
individual
eradicated,
units
so they must
that,
be
have,
eradicated.
their own AI.
What?
I was going to say, how does that work with the swarm? Are they all on a set path, or as soon as they land, is it just like the fastest route they can get to you and start messing you up?
Noise,
So
where's
our
the
new
Hammer of
advanced
Dawn
AI
when you need
director,
it?
Coordinates the battle.
Where's the hammer of Dawn when you need it?
Come from different directions. The swarm kind of like breaks apart, like when they separate. That can happen at different times, based on the state of the battle, based on what you're doing, and based on what your Space Marine buddies are doing.
Tim, you've done it again. Did you see that one?
That
was sick. Watch the show back. That one was. Oh, yes. I'm so distracted. This looks so good.
You just said that they
chat. It's
what
like
state of
the goal of this
Does that mean they're
game
also reactive, and
is to kill the enemies of mankind. That's it. That's the goal of this game.
You're talking about?
Yeah. So you are.
And that's all the goal
you're
needs to be.
Primaris Ultima Marine, okay? But we can't make the game super easy for you.
Nah.
So you'll feel like, yeah, I'm bashing these Tyranids, but then they overwhelm you, and then the AI director can bring in more advanced units.
I honestly can't wait to see like
they can
what the actual, because like they've mostly shown us gameplay, combat, and stuff like that. They've not really said much about the actual like story of the game. Like
it's like every
it's a Space Marine game. There's going to be a story here. There's going to be a purpose behind everything we do, right? Part of a war or whatever's happening. They haven't revealed that, and I can't wait.
Yes, it's very intense.
I think that's going to be the more interesting part about it.
I like it. Yeah, that's that gameplay we were just looking at, by the way. The sheer size of it. Yeah, here we go. Look at this.
Jesus.
I mean, we can see a little bit of the swarm here. Maybe
that's a flying. They're flying Tyranids. In this particular
sick. They fly.
battle,
awesome.
They're attacking these huge kind of radio towers.
Oh,
and
boy.
you just like destroy them as you try to survive, because they start landing. Different units start landing on the same platform that you're on. And as you can see, there's lots of ways that you can go about killing bad guys.
Yeah, not for you, mate.
So it's not just mindless violence. There is also quite a lot of like objectives, mechanics to be following as well.
Yes. So if you played the first one, and I know you haven't, that's okay.
This is homework to do.
That's
this is
toxic.
Our melee system.
I'm not playing the
much more
first one,
advanced.
chat, but I can't wait.
It's much deeper, and our range combat system is also.
I've seen the first one played, is why I'm not playing it, chat.
So
if I hadn't already
like to
seen
call
the
it
first one, I would have played it.
Where you have
I
your
know the full
melee, your
story.
blocks, your reactions, your critical hits, and then you can also pull up your ranged weapons, take out enemies from a distance, and you really need to learn how to use the tools in your arsenal of death to win the battle.
And it's not just the people right in front of you. I know we're taking things off the chain here, the Tyranids, but the chain's integrity in the top right corner. So I'm clearly guessing that if you let that get to zero.
Yes. Mission over for you.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. Were there any other technical developments that really plussed up Space Marine 2, by the way?
This is our own technology.
Nice.
And when you build this technology for a game, you can make it awesome. We talked about the swarm.
Chat, did I not change?
It's crossplay.
Did I not change the?
Yeah, so you can beat up your buddies.
I will.
Why does Stream say Cyberpunk 2077?
Yes, and then you can play solo, you can play PvE, and you can. There's a full-fledged PvP mode as well. So it's a very dense game. It's as dense as a Space Marine.
Oh, I love it. So give us some more juicy information. When can we actually get our hands on it?
So Space Marine 2 comes out September 9th. If you pre-order it now, you can play it early. It's right around the corner. Wow. We're testing the servers, making sure that the infrastructure can survive the Tyranid horde that's coming. We feel good. The reactions to the gamers here playing it is great. We're excited, and we want to get it out the door.
Amazing.
Thank you, Tim.
It sounds like you're super busy. We'll let you get back to work on getting on the horde.
Chat, I can't see you for a second.
Run out of time, Tim. Crack on, bud.
I don't know why, but my Twitch app still says Cyberpunk, even though
our friends
I switched to special events.
Show us how nations are made
There we
in
go.
our History Untold.
There
and then
we
we're going
go,
to catch
chat.
up with the team from Obsidian Entertainment to give you guys, an exclusive gameplay presentation direct from the Avowed Theatre here at Gamescom. But first up, it's what First Descendant fans have been looking forward to all year long. It's Invasion's right around the corner, and we also got a look at what you can expect. And we also just learned, by the way, Charlie, that the newest Descendant, Haley's character trailer, will be revealed before the update goes live August 29th. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, have a look at this.
Turn the ship around. We'll put it back.
We managed to fend off our enemy's large-scale attack, but the war is
I know
far
quite
from
a few
over.
people are playing this,
The
so
Colossus
we'll
still
watch.
threatens us,
I've been
and
watching
our
some
enemies
First
are plotting
Descendant,
new
so I'm
strategies.
curious.
Can Ingress ever find true peace? Has Corel really given up on the war? After Corel's fleet disappeared, the Vulgus began moving from deep within the dungeon to raid the Ancestors' facilities in Ingress and reclaim the outpost. Detecting this, Ingress immediately dispatched a scout.
Oh,
that
shit.
scout's name is Haley.
So a sniper.
Haley, who rose from a supply soldier in the guerrilla unit to a legendary sniper, is now a newcomer in the Descendant Corps. Ruthlessly eliminating enemies with her anti-material sniper rifle, she dominates battles with her ability to drop her body temperature and emit cold air when her emotions run high. When shooting from a distance, her weapon's critical hit multiplier increases, making her an excellent fit for sniper rifles. She possesses sub-zero bullets that fire multiple shots in an instant, and a storm snare that pushes back and rapidly cools down enemies in front. Above all, Haley's specialty is switching to her anti-material sniper rifle and firing a single, incredibly powerful shot, stronger than any other attack.
She's got a really powerful weapon.
Vulgus launches a new strategy, the Invasion. Invasions occur randomly in 2 dungeons of the hard difficulty infiltration operations. Players can choose to enter between the existing operations or the invasions. Invasion dungeons are only available for solo play, testing the strength of the Descendants. 3 Vulgus legions will block the Descendants with different defense mechanisms. The quantum field creates an immortal state, impervious to physical attacks. The resonance shatterers cause massive explosions with the energies of RK and the Iron Heart. The Keeper Tile encryption device maintains a powerful security system. Invasion dungeons present new mechanics that disrupt the Descendants' operations. Solve these enemies' mechanisms and swiftly eliminate them. Invasion dungeons are designed for speed runs, and the faster you clear them, the greater the rewards that await.
That's crazy.
After coming in contact with the Iron Heart, Descendants experience an RK resonance phenomenon. This resonance grants the Descendants new powers. It's the season growth inversion reinforcement. Inversion reinforcement is a new growth system that resets at the start of each season. It includes 5 types: hunting, attributes, recovery, survival, and seasons. Through the inversion reinforcement, Descendants gain beneficial effects for progressing through seasonal content, and can also obtain effects that compensate for their weakness. Each season, we plan to tailor and replace the inversion reinforcement effects, providing effects that perfectly fit the seasonal content. In addition to a new Descendant, a new Ultimate Descendant will be introduced in Season 1. Ultimate Freyna, who has evolved RK's toxicity into a more powerful weapon, will make her debut.
Ooh, a
in Season
toxic
1,
player.
you can discover Freyna's exclusive story and uncover the tale behind the name of her skill, Room Zero Trauma.
I heard about this before. I don't remember where. Unique, what's going on?
It can be obtained through the
Wake
Battle
up, it's
Pass
Friday.
and is also available as a
Trust me,
free
we're awake.
reward.
I'm locked in.
Excava charges voltage when attacking enemies and has a unique effect of firing the charged voltage as an energy grenade.
And don't worry, we
It
are
is a
sitting
versatile
up.
weapon that combines the
I'm
inherent
fully
versatility
focused
of
in
an
on it
assault
right now.
rifle with a powerful shot.
Okay.
Frost Watcher is a scout rifle that can be farmed through the Season 1 content. When hitting enemies from long range, it reduces chill resistance and enhances the damage of one's chill skills,
so
making it a perfect fit for Viessa and Haley.
I was gonna say she's got a powerful sniper, and then that scout rifle is good for just like normal combat.
It is now time
Whereas
to
that
face
sniper
the most
should probably be
powerful
used for
colossus,
bosses. Yeah.
Deathstalker. Deathstalker
Yeah,
lurks in the
bam.
darkness of the void,
Yeah.
targeting the life of Descendants. It is stronger than any colossus encountered so far. To protect Albion from the threat of Deathstalker, we must once again venture into the void, unravel the mysteries within the darkness, and intercept Deathstalker. The first Descendants season begins on August 29th.
That's
with
actually
Haley,
crazy.
A new Descendant.
What's up,
Ultimate
Noise?
Freyna,
What's up,
and the
Noise?
new
Did I
ultimate
miss
weapons.
something?
New episodes, dungeon content, and void intercept battles await you in Albion, Descendants.
I didn't hear an
The first
alert, so I'm
Descendant,
assuming not.
Season 1 Invasion.
What's going on?
Play for
Happy
free.
Friday, everyone. We're going through Gamescom 2024 Day 3 right now. And they started off with Metaphor Reef and Tazio. So we already got what we came for. We already got what we came for today, and we're going to keep going. We got more. We got more. What is this?
Hi, I'm Carrie Patel here at the Avowed booth at Gamescom. We're so excited to introduce you to the Dawn Treader Quest and Dungeon. And in just a moment, you'll get a walkthrough from senior narrative designer Kate Dollarhide, who's also the writer for this quest.
Noise, I didn't think I was going to be seeing Avowed today, to be honest. February 18, 2025. Yes, I do remember that release date, but I didn't expect to be seeing a full Avowed.
Hi, I'm Kate Dollarhide. I'm a narrative designer at Obsidian Entertainment.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Chris Stanek, the community support manager here at Obsidian Entertainment.
We're so excited to show you about.
She laughed because his intro sounded so weird. Poor guy. Chatty's nervous.
Let's jump in. All right, so the envoy finds themselves in a dungeon in the first region of the game called Dawn.
Right, Noise. I wasn't expecting to see Avowed.
An expedition team that's gone missing. The expedition team.
Bro, I wish I had this on a bigger screen right now.
That is supposedly in the keeping
on
of
my end.
The Oracle of Aethys, a man named Sargamus. And the expedition team hasn't shown up for the last few days, so let's check in with Sargamus and see if he knows what happened to them.
I'm sure he knows something.
Hold on, chat.
Maybe.
Is this 60 FPS?
It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the
graphically it looks great, but is it is it 60 FPS?
He whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space?
So you can see at the top here we have an arcane scholar.
There's no in 2024. Oh no.
When you play the game,
I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I can't. We did a game release. We did a game launch. I want to say it was Final Fantasy 16. It released in 30 FPS. I can't do it again. I can't. On console, I run through a 4K. It actually gives me a headache.
All right. So on the left here we have the
which is not something that I thought I would be saying in 2024, let alone in my entire lifespan. But here we are. So if it is, I actually was like hoping Avowed would be good.
One shining god have been highlighted. This is our lore tooltip feature. One shining god is a reference to the god Aethys, the god of redemption, light, rebirth. He's also Sargamus's god. So here on the left side of the screen, we have a short paragraph about who Aethys is, his context.
That frustrates me a little bit. Chris, I appreciate you. I'll get you as soon as I'm done with the Gamescom 2024 recap.
Deliver lore from the world of Aora to players who are new to the setting or who are returning after a long time away, and just get everyone up to speed without bogging down the dialogue with a lot of exposition. So these are super helpful for us and hopefully for you. Let's back
That's
out of that.
That's going to be kind of painful.
All right.
Even menu switching, you can tell.
Did they pass this way?
An expedition.
And it's not even a consistent 30 either.
An expedition?
I'm seeing fluctuations in frames.
Matching outfits, campfire songs, the works.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What
That's so sad.
Is why they would come here. These
Man, Chad, I was so excited too.
From the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous.
I don't think I have. Hold on.
And this representation
I don't think I have Avowed on this. Obviously, Avowed is on the list.
It is the work
right?
of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here?
But if I confirm 30 FPS,
2. They were searching for a relic you're rumored to keep here.
It may be a keep an eye on and not play on launch.
The splinter of Aethys.
Before they continue, so right now the Gamescom 2020. Why did I make that 2023? It's 2024. New release announcements. Watch list is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which releases February 11th, 2025. The first Berserker Kazan, early 2025. Mafia: The Old Country, which is probably currently my most look forward to game that I don't know anything nearly enough about. Dune Awakening MMO, probably the first MMO that I've watched and actually been legitimately interested in potentially exploring. The Mars Attacks game for Kicks and Giggles, that's more of a guilty pleasure. I don't know if I'll be streaming that. Yay, my childhood. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers is from today. I can't wait to see more of that. Sounds like it's going to be a Souls-like. And then Avowed. So those are the games right now that are not on the Let's Play list that are going that are essentially on my watch list. Unique to level 20. Let's go, Nomadics. What's going on?
Truly, it is
Happy
there.
Friday.
Where do you keep the relic? I might find them there.
It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed
I gotta see combat, chat.
myself.
I gotta see combat.
The path to the relic has fallen to ruin.
I can deal with 30
Some sections are
in what is it
and
called,
others are
conversation and
infested
stuff.
with all
It's gonna
manner
depend
of
on what it looks
creatures.
like in combat and when you're like
Although,
moving around exploring the
perhaps you
world,
might
because I do a lot of that, like a lot of
If
that.
you're about to ask us to tidy up, think again. My place is
It's
a
much bigger mess. Oh lord.
Oh no. I had something far grander in mind. You see,
If you can't tell,
this
chat, it's
construction
like it's
beside
11:30
us is
my
no
time.
mere
It's late.
statue, but
How
a
much do we have
reliquary I
left? We
built
still have
to
an
house
hour.
the
Chat, we still have an
splinter
hour
of
of
Aethys in its
Gamescom. That's
appropriate
crazy.
grandeur.
Mother of God.
It is nearly complete and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way.
All right, I'll be back before you can say 10 praise Aethyses.
I am most grateful. Oh, and please
I want to know what
refrain
type of
from
being
touching
this
my
is.
statue or devices.
I'm not
May
touching
light
you.
illuminate your path,
I'm
cousin.
not touching you.
All right, so Sarkis had quite a lot to say there, but essentially, he was saying that he didn't see the expedition team that we're looking for.
Okay.
But if they're looking for the relic,
What are you
that
doing?
might be where they are.
Are those-
And it just so
Are
happens
you
that
dual
he
wanding?
also needs this relic to complete his
Wait.
statue here. His beautiful statue.
He worked really, really hard on it.
Oh my God, no, chat. The frame rate is really bad.
It's like when my son makes things out of popsicles.
I hope there is 60 FPS performance mode on
he-
launch because this
You made me lose my train of
does not
thought.
look good at 30 frames.
So, looks
I
like our
will
quest
literally
marker is pointing
take
us to an area down below us, but I see
a
that
visual
Chris wants to
quality
explore a little
drop
bit,
for
so
60 FPS,
let's
mainly
look at
because
breakable
the screen
boards.
that
It's
I
got
will
a
be
sword
playing it
symbol
off
there.
of upscales HD to 4K. So
Leave those be.
I don't really have to
They
worry about
protect
that.
my devices.
Literally just give me HD 60. I don't need 30 FPS 4K. I hate 30 FPS. And it's not even just like up here like a I don't like it, like
Awesome. Let's hop across this chasm.
30 FPS gives me a headache. I almost stopped playing Final Fantasy 16 because of it until they gave us the ability to change that. Was it Final Fantasy 16 chat or was it Starfield?
So it always pays when you're
No,
exploring.
Starfield I just
So
dealt
have
with
a
the
look
headache.
around
We
and
did a
always
few
look
hundred
up.
hours
You
of
never know what you'll
Starfield.
find. Like this chest.
And it was not fun.
Ooh, we've got an accessory and some
I need
crafting
60.
materials.
I need 60 just smooth.
Let's open up the
Performance
inventory
mode,
screen,
just
take a look
give
at
me
that.
HD.
So that's going to be Night
The screen I play on
Mistress's
upscales to
favor.
4K
This is going
regardless.
to give us additional
So.
essence for standing next to our companions. Essence
Hoser
is
with the
what,
Gamba,
spellcasters
losing
cast their
treats.
spells from. It's our
Hoser, you missed the test.
remember what the word is
You
now.
missed the giveaway
It's
test.
our spell resource. Yes, it's our
Cranky
spellcasting
won the
resource,
giveaway
of course.
test.
So, Night Mistress's favor is going to allow us to cast more spells for longer by generating additional essence.
There's
when we
only
stand next
100
our
points to
friend
get the
Kai.
max entries too.
So let's look at the character screen.
Hey,
All right, so we
Noise,
have
I
attribute points
appreciate
on the
you,
left
bro.
and our character sheet on the right. You will have seen the
You'll
attribute
be able to
points
catch
come
the
up
rest
in
later, Noise.
conversation.
You know how it is.
We select a number of
Just getting
those
home.
at
How was the
character
time with the
creation, and then key points
friends?
here and there on
How
the
was
level
time
up.
with
So we have
friends?
put a
What
number
y'all
of points
do?
into
Get
intellect
dinner,
because we're
have
playing a
fun.
wizard. So we want that additional essence and that elemental resistance to give us a little
Now
more
is the time,
survivability in
chat, for me
combat.
to assume my
Now
place
let's turn to
amongst
our
the
character
stars.
sheet. You can see that we're level 6. We are close to getting a new
Exclamation
level.
point treats.
Close enough. We've got our background there. And then our health, essence, stamina, data, all those good stats that you can keep track of over the course of the game. So let's look at abilities. All right, we have put quite a number of points in the wizard ability tree because we're playing as a wizard.
So
the
close.
First one we selected was the Wand
So
Mastery
close.
passive.
Oh.
This is going to give us
Well, I guess
the,
everyone's losing
ability
points
to do
tonight. I
additional
took a
damage
risk and I
with
paid
wands.
for it.
Because we're double wielding wands,
Should have kept the
that's gonna
10K
allow us to do a
extra.
lot of additional damage. And then down below,
that's a
we've
lot
got
of
the Blood
damage.
Magic passive. This is a really fun way to play, and definitely one of QA's favorites. Blood Magic essentially lets us start casting from our health when we run out of essence. So if we're
Blood Magic is cool, Chad, but like I hate using Blood Magic.
Essence potion, we can just start using
You got to become really powerful with Blood Magic to. Yeah, I was gonna say you got to become really powerful in Blood Magic for it to not be a liability.
Level spells as we upgrade the ability. It also
Me personally, I'd like to just be able to cast Meteor and I'll be happy, which it looks like there might be a skill down there on the bottom. Chat, you can see my cursor right here. Looks like there's a Meteor skill. I feel every time I lose a Gamma, that's a lot of damage.
Let's look at our active abilities.
Well, in the grimoire, it's all because of the power of reading.
That's right. We do love
the power of one. The power of two. The power of many.
This pairs very well with Blood Magic. So essentially, with Corrosive
or like the power of cancel. Unique. You got to check how many points you have. The system was reset for the new Let's Play, so you may not have any. You may not have 5K points. I mean 5K treats.
We're not gonna die.
Never. You've never died while doing this.
Yeah, the full system was reset.
I don't plan on it.
The multipliers and everything like that are in effect for the new Gamba system.
I won't bring it up again.
And the new Gamba system is what will be used for giveaways, because I will probably run my giveaways through Streamlabs.
Because we're playing a wizard, we're wearing light armor. We want to be light. We want to be nimble,
everyone was wiped to 0.
Quickly, but that also
so the people at the top that you see, they've been gambling for 20 Let's Play episodes basically. Let me do this top.
And then down here we've got Bristling Frost. This is a spell we learned.
But everyone you see there, like that, that's all the recent Gambas.
Frost on the ground at your feet, and it's going to deal accumulated freeze damage to any melee units that come and get up in your business.
Easy.
They're going to try.
An easy double.
They're not going to make it though.
No.
An easy double.
That's right.
You're just that good.
And then again, first, second, and third in the chat. First gets 10K, second gets 5K, and then third gets 2,500.
Oh, it's totally
first in the chat is pretty much how Cranky got the points to propel him to the max Gamba.
So let's just have a swim.
No, you saw Cranky lose, but he has 200K. A lot of those points came from getting first in the chat. The easiest way to get points is being first, second, or third in the chat through the channel point redeems.
Number of animancy,
and it's not even like the good part is, right?
Yeah, so
they cost channel points, but like they don't cost the same amount of channel points that you get in exchange, right? It's 1, 2, or 300 channel points or whatever. In exchange, if you get first in chat, it's 10K. It's 10K points. That's basically.
Can you argue with the results?
No, you're right.
So for a giveaway where each ticket is 1,000, that's 10 entries. For just being first in chat once. Giveaways will be limited to anywhere from 50 to 100 entries, and they'll either be 1,000 or 2,000 points per entry, depending on whether I'm giving away a base edition of a game or an ultimate edition of a game. For example, Star Wars Outlaws. If I, for some reason, end up actually really liking it, I'm giving away the ultimate edition. If I play it and I enjoyed it, but I didn't really like it that much, giving away the base edition. Stuff like that. Yeah, that Streamlabs point system is. That's why that.
Excellent. And
that's why on the last Let's Play I was kind of playing with it, kind of letting loose, having the system be crazy because I was testing the limits of it. And we tested the giveaway system today. I like how it runs.
Ooh, and there's a chest
I can run it during a long stream and it ends on its own, and then I just click pick winner. Yeah, pick winner, and it just picks a winner. And if I ever want to do something separate of that, like a giveaway in exchange for other stuff, then I can always do that with stuff off of the app. But for now, the Streamlabs one works for me. I've actually already got 2 giveaways set up in slobs. One's for Star Wars Outlaws, or I have 2 separate ones set up for Star Wars Outlaws. Nice. One for the normal edition, one for the Ultimate Division edition, depending on how I feel about it. And then I have one set up for the deluxe edition for Wukong. Because Wukong, I'm pretty sure I'm giving away. Everything I've seen about that game so far, I've thoroughly enjoyed. Chat, I'm leaving you guys with a vowed. It's going well, Star. Give me a minute or 2.
We're going to need an electric lily seed, so why don't we get that equipped?
finally feel like I'm on a cooking show where something's pre-cooked. You're like, and here's the chicken.
And here's the switch. Yes. You did it. All right, so the generator is running. We've got an accessory and some crafting materials. Let's pop open the inventory and see what we have. Band of Transcendent Suffering. So we're gonna deal 10% additional damage, but also take 10% additional damage. It's a little risk, a little reward. I think it's gonna be fun. Let's equip it.
I like it.
All right, back to swimming, following our quest beacon here. It looks like we're coming up on Sargamis's library, an enormous library, which is pretty impressive in the world of Aora, where there is no printing press, so all these books are handwritten. It looks like we also have a number of red dots in our mini-map in the top left corner. That means there's enemies nearby. So, let's deal with these spiders. What do you want to do, Chris?
Oh, I'm going to sneak up on them and I'm going to
sneak
get them.
up on them. All right. Nice.
Quick and quiet.
Give me a power attack to that spider. Arcane Veil. Corrosive Siphon. Spread the love around.
Oh, yeah.
Spiders
love the
corrosive
siphon.
All right,
yeah.
Another power attack on that spider.
Basically, the way that I have the giveaways set up is that people who are regular in the channel and stuff like that, they'll have all the opportunity to get entries for each giveaway. But someone can't, the biggest issue I see with giveaways is a lot of people have to deal with, they do a giveaway and they're like, XYZ, if you gift this, biddies or subs, this, that, and the other, you get XYZ entries. And then they have to deal with someone coming in, giving the minimal, right, on the day of the giveaway, winning it, that they're not part of the community, they've never followed anything like that. And then they just leave and you never see them again. Whereas the way I'm doing the giveaways, I'm ensuring that people who I know, who hang out often in stream, they're members of the community that I would want to have a chance to play some of these games that I truly do enjoy and end up enjoying. Those are the people I want winning the giveaway. So that's kind of why I've set the system up the way it is, to ensure that, people who essentially donate their time to the channel as much as they do have an actual legitimate chance to win it, and don't have to compete with people who are never here and are just trying to show up to just try and, to get a free handout, essentially.
So we're going to need to take out that elder right away.
That's kind of why we've set it up the way that it is.
Get all my health back.
Looking good. Arcane Veil's active. We're healed again. Kai's getting in the mix.
Good.
Again, I want to make sure these games are going to people that are going to enjoy them as well, right?
I'm going to get the Zorup up here. Thinks he's cheeky.
Where'd he go?
There he is.
Running away from us.
Did he jump up there?
I've talked enough with a lot of you guys that I know, if you're going to be entering a giveaway for a game, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to play it.
He's nimble.
You may not stream it, but you'll probably play it. You'll probably at least try it.
Done and dusted. Let's keep moving.
You didn't doubt that I was going to die there, did you?
I thought about it.
Okay.
I thought about it, but I was like, no.
All right.
I trust Chris.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I gotta shave.
Okay, so we are still looking for the expedition team.
5 o'clock shadows sitting in.
If there's anything interesting we can find.
I think I have an Ingram here.
Godless sigils above a locked gate.
I think I have an Ingram
There's
here.
something in there these ruins don't want us to get to.
I'd rather it go to someone who really wants it. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm hoping that whoever the games that I end up giving away
so the one on the left is going below us.
Going forward, go to people that actually want to play them.
See what we can find. Yes, there it is.
Because I'm trying to restrict it, like these giveaways, to games. Like if I play a game and I don't like it, I probably won't give it away. But if I at least like it, at the very least, I'll give away the base edition. If I loved it, I'll probably give away the max edition.
On the left.
Because I'm always going to be, when I do Let's Plays,
nice.
Unless I'm not interested in the extras, I'll probably be playing the top line edition. That way people know whether or not they want that edition, or they just want the base, or they don't want to play it at all.
Bitter
But hopefully it's going to people that end up wanting the game.
Let's check that out.
All right.
All right, 10% of weapon damage restored as health. This is going to be super helpful for us as blood mages. So as we're doing damage, we're going to get a little bit of health
revealing a lot of
That sounds
Avowed.
fun to me. Let's equip it.
You got it.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys, other than the FPS,
All right.
everything
so
I'm seeing looks good.
The relic. We haven't seen the expedition team yet, relic while we're here.
There's the relic.
I think even with the FPS issues,
just grabbing it.
give it a chance, but I really think they need to consider a 60 FPS performance mode before launch instead of after.
Us taking that relic. So we've had a bit of an earthquake, and it spawned some skeletons.
Hello, friends.
To be honest with you, I think in 2024, I understand if you want to have like, oh, 4K quality this, 4K quality that, but we have to run it in 30 because, you know, for whatever reason you can't optimize it before launch. I think that's all, or maybe the hardware doesn't support it that you're, you know, the console, for example. I still think there needs to be a 60 FPS performance mode.
They're going to be no fun.
Because there's a lot of people that, like, they literally just won't buy your game if it doesn't have 60 FPS.
Tower attack.
I'm the type of person that will at least give a game like that a chance, knowing that if the backlash is great enough, hey, they're gonna add it.
I'm being sloppy.
They're gonna add it, trust me. Backlash is big enough. They see it in the sales number. Trust me, they'll add a 60 FPS performance mode. But it's just better to have it before launch. Some people, that's their, especially on console, that's their win con, chat. Your win con for them is giving them 60 FPS. Which is unfortunate. But here we are. Godless Executioner.
Try again, try again.
Try again.
It's okay. He'll get me one day.
So this guy hits hard, and he has a very extensive range, so we want to stay.
He did get me a few times.
We want to stay out of his reach.
He got you more than a few times, bud.
Oh, there's a priest up there. We got to get him right away.
We're gonna get you.
Arcane Veil active. Corrosive Siphon.
Melting you down. No more healing.
Melt down that priest.
No more healing. We're done with
that. All right, now we
that.
can finally do some damage to the Godless Executioner. Ooh.
So this is like a mage
Good
build?
thing we have Arcane Veil active. All right, we're building up some nice
Wait, this is a mage melee build?
He's taking frost damage. He's frozen now.
Maybe he should let it go.
All right. Ooh.
Maybe Kai wants to get in on this too.
Kai, give us a hand. Oh, and Kai finishes him off.
I can't! I love it here.
Oh, we still gotta
Chat, why are gamers so funny, bro?
Hit him with a electric lily.
Yeah, these two are gamers, chat. These two are gamers, and they're definitely also, aware. They're aware gamers, and they have all of the jokes. I love
There you
it.
go. Get that health back.
Oh, it didn't work. I got potions.
All right.
Maybe you should let it go.
I can't believe it.
I know, it's the first time all day too.
I can't believe they made that joke. I love it. I love it. Ah! All right, chat.
Another electric lily.
It's eye drops time.
Yes, come into my
It's super
electric
late for
pool
me,
of fun.
and I haven't taken any allergy medication in quite a while, so like my stuff is flaring up. So give me a second.
I've had it with you.
I'm rolling off screen.
Yes.
Not really.
Bristling Frost does it again.
All right, Kai, I need some help. Thank you.
Thankfully, the guy's here to give us a hand.
No, you don't. You're not falling off that.
Boom. See?
Awesome.
You were
So
worried?
we built up that stun meter, and now we got to use a special attack. I wasn't worried at all.
Okay. I was a little worried. I was a little worried. That's everybody.
All right, I was a little
Okay.
Okay, it looks like the fight is through, so we can keep going. Ooh, it looks like that earthquake caused some roots to grow and this area to flood, giving us a new way out of this zone. Our quest has also updated there on the left side of the screen. Now we have a few new objectives. At this point, we have a few options. We can go back to
Why did that sound like an Xbox starting up? What just happened?
And see if there's anybody
What
who
just
wants
happened?
this relic that we've grabbed.
I heard what sounded like an Xbox starting up. Hello?
Hey, I got your relic, and see what he does.
It's not
with it.
mine.
Or we can continue looking for the Adira
My
Expedition
Xbox has
team,
been sitting
which we still have not found.
unused for so long, chat. I
And
had
it's
to
looking like
move
one
it and
of
clean
our
where it was sitting on
quest
the
beacons
table.
has turned into an area
Because it
beacon.
had created
it's that little
a
circle
dust thing.
inside the larger mini-map circle. That means
Dust
there's
buildup
something
that
more
was
to
just
find
sitting.
in this area, so we maybe need to look around.
I need to get
I
compressed
see a
air.
purple crack in the
I'll
floor.
clean that and the
There it is.
PS5.
What's that?
Yeah, what's that?
PS5 is starting to get
Crouch
dusty.
down through this
sneak through
ivy. I bet there's something back here.
I bet there's something back here,
Ooh, a
chat,
hole in
don't
the
you?
floor. Perfect. Kai does not like the
Hold up.
vibes.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Oh.
This
Looks
doesn't
like
look
it.
good.
No.
Not
Looks
at
like it
all.
might be the Adira Expedition team.
Oof. This is
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah, that's the Expedition Leader's journal. That's too bad.
That's too bad.
Well, We found the expedition.
Chat, that's too bad.
Looks like they've only been dead a few hours.
How'd they get in here?
How did they get in here? They
With
can't
their
have come the
God-given
same way
tools
we
called
did.
legs.
We swam here. What's stranger is there's not a scratch on them. No sign of what killed them. It's like every member of the expedition
Give me a
team
second, chat.
just collapsed.
Looks like we passed this intellect check, so I want to select this one. They didn't get locked in here on their own. The Oracle put them here.
We're using our big brain. Problem solving.
That's right.
Here's an idea. This temple is full of old animancy equipment. Could he be building a giant animat? I've heard of those, but I've never seen one. They're suits of armor brought to life by bound souls, right? The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right?
Let's go ask him.
You were gonna do the crack?
Ooh, chat, skill checks.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Whatever the Oracle has planned for
I
that
can only
relic,
crack so
and
much.
for us, it can't be
I'm gonna
good,
keep going though.
hopefully. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars.
Yeah.
And he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire.
Okay.
Now we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately.
True.
Tread carefully.
So Kai is right to be concerned. He thinks the Oracle might be engaging in animancy, which in the world of Aora is a little dicey. Animancers have a pretty poor reputation, and honestly, in much of the world, animancy is illegal or really frowned upon.
Really?
Animancers are soul scientists. They use essence, or the stuff that souls are made of, to enact great magical works in the world, but also a lot of tragic stuff. So let's go talk to the Oracle.
So can you be one of those? Can you practice?
Perfectly reasonable explanation. He seems, you know.
The dark side is the path to many abilities, which some would consider unnatural.
On
the up and up, yeah. Things that
Oh, Chad, it's the dark side. No shot. I want it. Chad, I want to do that.
The splinter of Aethys?
I found the bodies of the expedition team in
Chat,
your
I
workshop.
want to do the
Did you
dark
kill
side.
them?
I want the dark side powers. I want to do whatever the thing that they said. That's what I want.
Explorations.
That's what I want to do.
Nevertheless, I am impressed.
All right, chat, I'm interested.
As to whether
The story hasn't raptured me.
Well, that is a matter of
We'll
semantics.
do what we have to about the FPSs.
Does death occur
Okay.
the moment
There's
the
nothing I
heart
can do
ceases
about
beating?
that. It's
Or
their
when the
design
soul
choice.
is
It's their
broken
game.
upon the wheel?
They make this decision.
In one sense,
But the story's,
they are
you know,
quite dead.
I like the world
In
already.
another, they remain very
Especially
much
if I have the option to be a dark side
In
user.
either case, they
Okay.
have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine.
Let's see. It looks like we passed.
You're
the
going to
perception
put
check.
their souls
You're
in
gonna
your
put their
statue,
souls in
aren't
your
you? Please
statue,
choose that
aren't
answer.
you?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you and you alone see my purpose clearly. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger
tell
than
me
themselves.
who are you?
With your help,
Ain't no
I
way.
shall give them a new commission.
Oh no.
To prosecute.
Wait, so
the
chat, what happens when the
redemption
statue is
of a
full?
god.
Redemption of a god.
How do
Oh.
you expect to redeem Aethys?
Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect?
I do carry it.
We do.
Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Aethys' body.
Okay.
He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me
Unique
through it.
Al, level 23.
He speaks to me no longer.
Oh.
But I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as
I do. I
If I
don't
am
trust this
correct,
guy.
When it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Ardra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. Locked into the reliquary with a chorus of furious souls acting as his conscience.
Chat, I have my concerns that this is a terrible idea. I really think that this is a terrible idea. The SpongeBob, Jesus. I love it. Will you do it?
You do it.
I mean, we could just give it to him and he could go up there.
Do
and
it. Do it.
We gotta go up there and do it too?
I want to
Okay,
do the
okay,
cool stuff.
okay.
Yes, I will put the relic in the statue. I want to see where this is going to go.
Once you have placed the splinter into the statue,
I'm just saying he
You
could go up there and
will
do
be
it.
known
He's 100 years
as
old.
Darth
He's got
Vader.
All right. All right, guy. This time I'll bring it up there, but next time.
You know, chat, sometimes you just gotta be a Sith,
you're
man.
gonna fight the skeleton.
I honestly think Sith are amazing. Are they the bad guys, though?
Get the relic
Yes,
in
they're the bad guys. And I still love them for it. What treats do I have? I'm gonna go ahead and borrow those points, Cranky. I think I risk it here.
Let's do it.
I'm risking it. I'm full risking. Give me a win, please. Please give me a win. Please give me a win.
my God, Aethys, are you there? No.
What's the gamble limit?
It's not working.
It's got to be 20K, right?
How long was he working on this again?
A few years.
Oof, this is gonna be awkward conversation.
Yeah. Let's see what.
Well, that's
let's see what he
unfortunate.
has to say.
My lord.
Bro,
Aethys
if I
has
gamble a
returned.
20K next time and max
Something is
roll,
missing from my design.
it's ogre.
Something I did not account for.
The losses back to back
It
is just so
must be the
annoying.
chime. Without its ringing, he cannot hear the
Quacksire
statue's
and
call.
chat, Cranky, I know for a fact you
My
need that.
cousin, will you join my holy work and lend your chime to the cause?
So this chime that Sargemus is talking about is unique to godlikes. Only godlikes have a chime. It's what the gods give them before
Told
they're
you.
born to mark them as their own. As a godlike of Aethys, Sargemus has a
I've
chime
been there
given to
for
him
a
by
lot of your
Aethys.
captures
As a
that are
godlike
at
of
least
an
in the
unknown
channels
god,
that, you know,
we also have a
I
chime.
frequent.
So what he's
So I know you haven't caught a
essentially asking us is, will you
Quacksire,
give up
and it's a
what makes you
relatively rare
special
spawn.
and die for my experiment. And at this point, we have a few options. We can
There's
say,
no
"Sure,
shot that
Sargemus, I
Unique
would love
also
to
lost.
die for your statue. Or we can
Dude,
try to convince
Streamlabs
him
is
that
so
actually
brutal. No
he
one's gonna
should
be able
die
to
as a
win
godlike of
shit.
Aethys. Aethys is probably going to want his chime and not mine. Or we can attack him.
Here,
I kind of.
I remember Unique. I remember that you did have points. I did give a cash infusion, Cranky as my witness. Add points.
You won't feel a thing.
Me. Cranky as my witness. I did add points to a few people at the start that I remember being in the top 10, but I remember that you had points. So we're gonna give you a little cash infusion.
Building up some good stun.
We're gonna give you a little bit of a cash infusion. Unique. It's follow edge. So follow and then AGE. We'll give you a little bit of a cash infusion. I've done this for a lot. I think Uzumaki was the last one I did. I did 15K because he was in the top 10. I don't remember if you were in the top 10, but I do remember that you did have points before the wipe. Anyone I remember, I've kind of given a little bit of a starting cash infusion. If you burn the 10K, you burn the 10K. Hey, it is what it is. But it's only fair. I completely forgot about it, so it's actually good that you gambled again because I was like, wait a minute. I've given everyone that I remembered having points. So.
Well done.
They'll put that in.
Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. That's something that I decided to do for anyone that I remembered having points, just because like I did my best to try to scale. And so the problem was not like you or Maki or a lot of the people. The problem was Cranky, me, Tech, Dopey, because we literally had like tens of trillions of points to the point where if I scaled it down, we would have tens or hundreds of thousands of points still, but y'all would have like 1 or 2 points. And it just didn't make sense, no matter how I scaled it. It just wouldn't work. So I had to just do full wipe, which was very sad. I hated having a wipe, but
hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Cranky helped me realize just go ahead, just add points to people
Gamescom is
on
my
a scale,
favorite event of the
right?
year. Honestly,
If I remember them being at
so
the
much
top,
energy to be able to interact with
right? People at the top got more going going down that list
The booth we have this year
as I remembered. So if I don't remember and you haven't gotten points, I apologize.
But finally coming out, right? The game is finally ready.
I'm trying to give people a fair chance to get into this.
Have to drop the date in there.
Especially considering it's going to be used for a giveaway system.
The booth has just been a really fantastic
the game we're playing right now, right? Cyberpunk. I'm not giving away Cyberpunk.
Experience the game. It's the way it was
I may give it away before the sequel launches, but that's not going to be for a while.
Well, we're going to do
Who knows
exactly
when
that
the
now.
second
I
Cyberpunk
cannot
game
wait
will
to
launch.
see this live gameplay.
Right? The next Witcher
so
game will probably launch before the next Cyberpunk
get us into the game, set the scene,
Unique. I'm pretty sure you have
I'll check in when I'll get a little bit nosy.
Hey, Flixie, I appreciate you, bro. I hope you're having an amazing day. I got you up, but I can't check on anything right now while we're doing a live recap.
There's a lot of DNA from your classic 4X genre and some of the other genres around, historical grand strategy.
I forgot about Aura.
Xbox's first foray into this genre. It's honestly not a genre that we've truly explored, truly gotten into before. We've made.
I remember hearing about
Aura.
RTS, is that Shaka
true,
Zulu?
Grand strategy, turn-based is
Forrest Whitaker.
New territory.
We got big guns like Marvin.
We have this incredible partner, Oxide Games.
Yeah. There's going to be another Witcher game. Geralt's going to be in the next Witcher game. He's not. You're not going to be playing Geralt. He's going to be.
They are such an
I'm assuming Geralt's going to be like an old, retired Witcher.
Okay, so as usual,
and I think the confirmed school is the School of the Lynx.
Who are we?
Yes,
and it's supposed to be
I've got Shaka Zulu here
after
the head of
right?
the Zulu Empire.
So I'm very curious to see what it actually
10 leaders here at Gamescom.
contains
now,
/encapsulates.
When the game launches, we'll have over 30 leaders.
It's supposed to be after the main.
We only brought 10 with us to Gamescom this year.
So you can fit
the main Geralt Witcher timeline.
Just gonna make room.
School of Lynx. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see.
Nefertiti.
Lovely. Okay, why Nefertiti? What's the choice there?
So if you look at different abilities here, you can see things like farms and their upgrades provide additional food per
the
turn.
release dates between The Witcher 4
if she's next to rivers,
and
kind of a
the second
to the
Cyberpunk game should not be more than 2 years, I would say, at most.
A royal wife and
even that might be stretching it.
The religion,
they're doing. I don't know about The Witcher. I know the next Cyberpunk game is going to be done in UE5. I would assume the next Witcher game is going to as well, because I think Red Engine has outlived its usefulness.
It can be very, very powerful and a really strong source of prestige, which are the points you need to win the game.
Interesting.
That is one of the few things that I have heard nothing about.
Nefertiti then, and here we go. This is my favorite bit.
At least me personally, I have not heard anything, even rumored, that your original trilogy choices will have effect. I would assume that there's going to be some way for that to be the case, because it is CDPR, but also because if Geralt's going to be in the game,
so pretend that
your decisions,
a planet that was more tilted. In that
most
case,
people
the
would
map
want their
generate would have a
decisions
much
to
hotter
shape
area,
the
much
Geralt
colder
that they have
area,
in their game.
A broader cold area,
to an
depending.
extent.
So it generates all of those things based off of that.
Nah, unique.
You get a
it wouldn't be based on the
seed, which is
endings.
basically a number
I think
that you
it would
put
be
in,
based
and as long as you have
more.
the same
Well,
options, the
it
same
might
seed,
be
it'll
based on the
generate the same
endings.
map, which means
Either that,
if
or
you
they
follow
would
the map, love
declare
the
a
map,
canon
I fall in love with the
ending,
map, you
and
can share it.
Oh, I love that.
essentially
Okay,
your game
and what was
choices
the
would
size of
affect
the
your
map we went
Geralt's
on here? 'Cause I know, especially
personalities,
when we call this a
his
grand strategy
personality,
game and
his
referring to some of the other
his
games we mentioned
interpersonal
already,
relationship,
map
for example.
size and scale and
Yen.
detail is so important.
I'm
So
pretty
A,
sure
what
she's
are we doing
immortal.
today, and B, what options
So
do you
even
have
though
there?
Geralt ages,
so honestly, the game has a
I'm
number
going to
of
go
map
ahead and
options.
assume that
At its
Yennefer would
largest
still
map
be alive.
size, you can fit up to 36 nations on there,
So,
all at once.
if you romance her or not would be a pretty big thing, right? Like, that'd be a pretty big thing, especially if Yen is in the game and Geralt's there. So I would assume that there is going to be some sort of consideration for that. So we'll see if there is or not, and if there is, what it looks like realistically.
All the actions resolve simultaneously.
And it goes, okay,
and so you can play with 36 players, and it's totally
You're right.
fine.
They could leave Triss and Yen completely out of it. It could be on another continent for all we know,
Yeah, but a cup
right?
of tea, like, come on, lads.
It's a big world, and you have to
know,
bring in the
come back and
unicorn.
it still
Oh
wouldn't be
God,
my
not the
turn.
unicorn
Absolutely.
again.
So what's this exposition that we just got at the beginning
yeah.
of? And also Act 1 is an interesting thing to read.
Yeah, so in our history
Honestly,
Untold,
I don't
the
think
game
they
is
could
broken into
resist
3
not
acts. Now,
bringing the
you play
unicorn
same
back.
leader from the very
I
beginning
really
of the
don't
game
think, because
all
like
the way to the modern
that's
era. When we
literally
say
just a
history
recurring
untold, what we're talking about
Witcher
is
joke.
the untold history
It's just
of
a
this
recurring
alternate
Witcher
Earth,
joke.
this
I think they
alternate
kind of have
life
to.
of this
Even
ultimate
if
ruler. And so you play
Triss
the
or
same
Yen is
history,
not there,
you play the same
I
ruler,
think
the
there
same
being a
nation.
random
Take them from
unicorn,
the beginning of
like
the
plushie or something like that that reminds Geralt of the unicorn would be funny as fuck. And old Geralt is just like,
I want to see this first bit, and I'm picking up on that singularity bit.
Brings back memories.
All right, so one of the first things you probably notice is that Ara has a kind of a different presentation. You know, a lot of these games are inspired by...
it'd be so good, dude. It really would be so good. I would literally lose my shit. I would die.
But with Ara,
I would
really
just
want to
die.
deliver the player fantasy of being a leader
Unicorn would be a great Easter egg.
And
yeah,
so
I mean, literally, I think a plushie would be perfect. Instead of like the full, like big room, like you know, instead of the full unicorn thing, right? I think a random unicorn plushie somewhere in the world, and then Geralt chiming in and making a comment about, you know, it takes him back. I think that would be perfect.
Oh my goodness, you get so close.
Yeah, there's some wheat growing over here, and then if I
because then you don't need yen, you don't need Triss, you don't need anything like that.
Turn into some rice farms.
But it brings back
over
nostalgia.
Here, looks like there's some dangerous predators.
And we know Geralt's, if Geralt's in the game, he's more than likely going to have nostalgia. He has to. It's Geralt. Geralt's not sentimental, but
so you have to hunt
he
them in order to be
also
able to
remembers
take
like
advantage of this
everything.
area. And luckily, in the early areas, I have this scout, which is a unit
Unless
that
he
can go out
forgets.
and do some great stuff.
Unless
so
he forgets. Hey, chat, just so you guys are aware,
they haven't made their full move, but they've indicated where they'll go. One of the fun things about simultaneous turns is you can cancel orders
botters
at any
dropping
time.
viewbot links
So
have been
the game
super
has the
active
depth and
over the last
complexity of
week.
like a grand strategy game with layer after layer
The
after
reason
layer.
that you see
As
them
set up
getting
all your
shit
moves, you'll
on
see
by
what all the impact
Streamlabs
will
so
be,
fast
and then you
or
can go, you know what,
Wisebot, one or
actually,
the
I'm gonna
other,
wind it back.
is
And none of
literally
it will
because
go off until you
I
hit enter.
upgraded
So let's go ahead and
my
get our scout
protection
moving
settings.
and make one other
So
big decision that we
if
make
you
at
if
turn
you
one,
choose
which
to
is
say the
what to build.
word
So-
fuck,
Interesting.
right,
Yes,
in a
because
message, make sure you
decisions are
type
very, very
F
important when it
space
comes
U
to these
space
strategy
C
games, and I'm sure
space
we're gonna
K
go through quite a lot of them anyway. But
Don't
what's the
type it
first
as
one
the
that players
word.
are gonna meet as
Streamlabs
soon
will
as they
time you
start?
out.
Yeah, so the very first thing you have is you have the ability to improve
So
your
just a
cities.
heads
Now,
up for
Ara
anyone
is a
who
game
doesn't
about
already know.
people. It's
All
about
you
your
have to do is
citizens.
look
It's
at it
about
and go,
their quality of life, you know, their happiness, their health, their education.
You're not
And
wrong.
You improve
That
your
ac-
lands
that's
with
actually
what we
right.
call
He doesn't even have to
improvements
say
that
anything.
can do things like improve their quality of
He
life.
does
or
have a
provide them
very
with additional
pensive
housing.
voice.
So the first thing we're going to build is a
I
farm.
do like his
and that's going to help
voice.
us with
His
some initial
voice
growth and also
says more than
yeah, you
all
gotta
the
do
time.
it. And
So
especially with Nefertiti,
I think that's
it's just
more
a
than
great
fair.
option.
That
And so
would be
you can
good.
see the little ghostly outline is telling me that
Darn.
that'll show up too. And so when I hit next turn
Darn
now,
symbols. Be careful with the
you see
symbols.
everything begins.
It's snapping on people for symbols too. We got Noise, bro. Noise. I still can't believe Noise took the second spot. That's insane to me. Flick leveling up to 32.
I've got my
Unique.
great hearth,
You are
which
climbing
is sort of the
fastest.
center of our power right now, where our leader lives. And then if I go back over here, I see my scout is over here.
So
now,
when I wiped points, I didn't wipe levels. So everyone's level progress was retained. It was only the points that was wiped, simply because your level will not affect your ability to enter a giveaway or the amount of entries you have.
So you can see
Only the
little
amount of
guys going in
points
there, getting ready to
will have
humble
any
over
effect on how many
giveaway.
entries you can get.
But the
per
value
giveaway.
of this is going to be that I'll send back furs, possibly food, maybe even feasts that could help boost my city's power. So
Yeah, nice.
the next thing we're going to do is pick a technology.
Ooh, okay.
All right, so I'm going to let you pick, right?
Oh, Matt. Okay, here we go. I'm sitting straight. Let's hear it.
So we're in the ancient history era. Ara is broken into 12 eras across 3 acts. And so right now we have these very early beginning human technologies of being able to make bows, of being able to ferment food into wines and other beverages, being able to do animal husbandry, understand how to raise animals, turn them into meats. So what are you feeling? What are you aiming for? Knowing what you see around you here with the rivers, the water, but also some of those grains, what feels right?
Oh, I'm concerned you're setting me up that there's a specific choice here. Based on how
many good choices.
I'm honestly, Chad, I know we're spending a lot of time on this,
and knowing that as soon as
and I
possible,
know
want to start
strategy
rearing
games may
animals
not be
at
the
a
most
farm.
interesting
I've
for
already
most
told you what I want to
people.
do here, and eventually going into maybe more
But this is like a
scouts
super
and
new
armies and
take
everything like that. I think animal husbandry for me
on this
is where I wanna go.
genre.
I'm not too fussed on the pottery. We'll get to nice mugs and plates a bit later, but for now, I want cows and I want sheep.
Oh, look at his nails. He's actually got, dude, his nails are actually like, bro.
I will say quickly though, on that decision, this is such an important one you make at the beginning. What's a good option for first-time players? Is it animal husbandry? Is that the route you would typically kind of recommend people go for?
I like the,
well, honestly, there are a lot of different things you can do. It depends on what your strategy is.
Like
you should
the
really
color
pay attention
goes
to
well
who your
with the
leader
shirt.
is and what their powers are. So if I was playing Shaka Zulu and I was intending to meet my neighbors and go and try and conquer them right away,
I wish we could play
might pick
Forrest
archery.
Whitaker.
But if
We
I
got
was
big
playing
guns like
as,
Marvin.
Nefertiti, I might go for grain storage.
Oh, see,
Forrest Whitaker. We got the guns like
or
Marvin.
animal husbandry.
Oh,
Because either of those will involve farms that produce more harvest with her that help, especially if I have rivers near me.
Okay,
you know,
good.
but if I was on a coastal island,
about
if I
Shaka
was playing on
Khan?
an archipelago, which I think I pronounced correctly,
I think it was good.
close enough.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I don't
would,
know.
maybe
I don't
go
know how
for
I feel
rope
about
making,
this.
which
This
can
might
help
be
you
a
get
little
early
guilty
boats.
pleasure game for me.
Good, nice.
All right, so
It'd be
we
interesting
still have
to
our
see if there's a
scout
Mac
idol here.
version.
We're going to
But I
move
doubt
them
it.
out
I
into
doubt
the
there's
wild.
gonna be a
Yeah,
Mac
let's
for it.
expand the territory. We
Absolutely.
see the fog of war everywhere. You've discovered, what's that just down there with all the little pots and pans?
Oh yeah, so these are basically the remnants of forgotten civilizations.
Nice.
They contain
Stonehenge is just there, is it?
Yeah, just an older circle that was made by some nomadic society.
Uh-huh.
And so eventually what will happen is I'll be able to pick those up with my scout. And as I do, we'll be able to discover some things, and those things will
So,
possibly help me. So
any
right now,
territory
for
you
example,
are
this
in,
collected
you can
some
have
spurs and some
visibility to the
statuary.
territories
And
around
so
it,
now we're
but
gonna go ahead and
anything
take
that
this
borders
stuff.
the
Now,
ones
one
that
of
you
the
haven't
big
been to
differentiators
yet,
for
you
Aura
can't see
is
into
that
those.
It's taken the complexity
That
of a
makes sense.
crafting system, but really stretched it out over 12 acts over the entirety of human history. And so at any given time, you can build these things that you can use as amenities in your cities. For example, because I found some statuary, I can take those old statues, I can put them in my city, and for 10 turns, I'll have additional prosperity. And if I had any culture improvements, like say a library or more like a museum or something, or an artisan studio making those pots and pans,
there we go.
they would get a bonus.
Are those
as well
drones
from
flying
this,
around?
Being inspired
No.
by beautiful statues.
Too
So I'm
far
definitely
back in
gonna put that
history to
now,
be
and it's gonna-
drones.
you can see it's going to raise the quality
Those
of life of
have
my
to be
citizens,
birds.
And then I'm going
Well,
to continue
you
to build.
know,
Now, I'm also gonna go
birds
ahead
are
and-
drones,
money
so
talks,
maybe.
right?
It does indeed, Matt.
So you can always get
Yo,
more wealth,
chat.
and if you get more
The
wealth,
the
you can
only
use it a bunch of
conspiracy
different
theory
ways.
that I
One of the
think
ways
is
you can
funny
rush production.
and
I
like
can
to
throw
spread
money
is
around.
that
So
birds
you
are
can
actually
prioritize
drones
things in the heat
and
of
not
battle
real.
if something's going on and you need it.
You need it.
Until you get to the tower, you
Now,
nigga.
you
See
might
the
notice
next
these
area.
cougars over
They
here.
could be
Pumas, bearcats,
Yeah.
all names for the same animal. But they are here,
No,
mountain lions. That's
don't
another one.
expand on the
It's
bird your
the
own
animal with the most
conspiracy.
names. I don't know if you know that, but it actually is.
They figured out how to send them back into the past.
So I can take them and hunt those, but I'm not gonna because they're a little more dangerous. It'll take me 2 hunts,
Oh,
and I'll
that's
be
so
a danger
good.
for, and I could really lose
I
a lot
like
of health.
that.
So,
Okay.
like we said, we're gonna go look for some
Chat,
friendly
bird
animals. Let's go
drones
find some
are
sheep.
traveling to
Let's
the
go find
past now.
something-
It's
something a little
official.
safer.
Add
The
that.
thing I've also
Add
found
that
quite
to the
interesting
conspiracy.
is you
Okay.
haven't met any other people yet, and you said this
Wait,
is a
okay,
small map.
so chat, like none of these are like perfect like hexes or something like that. So the thing about Civ is like the tiles are those perfectly shaped shapes. I've noticed that all of these regions are just like they're weird fucking shapes. And I kind of like the quote unquote realism of that because that's kind of how it is in real life, right? Like our state separators and stuff. Like someone drew that line, but like who fucking cares? Realistically, right? If you're in the woods and you cross from I don't know, let's say Tennessee to South Carolina, for example, you're not gonna know you crossed in unless you pull up a GPS or some shit. So
Size,
Yeah,
right?
so even on a small map size, there are quite a number of regions. There's a lot to
no
explore.
Pressure or instant sort of heat that someone's right next to you and you're fighting for resources.
Not necessarily.
Is that intentional?
There is a bit of an intention to give people a little bit of space at the beginning, but
Uh-huh.
Okay.
honestly, you can set the game up in so many ways. There's so many options with map generation. You can make a tiny map where everyone
just
is
like
clustered
Civ.
together. You can create
yeah,
it so
just
there's very
like
little land
Civ,
or
you
only a
can
single continent. All of these
adjust
different
it
things.
and tailor it
So
to how
this
you
one, this
want
is
it
a map
to be.
style that really benefits that. And if
Oh,
you
Me
zoom
personally,
here, you
never
can see
having
our
played
farm.
something
Wow.
When you
a
build
little bit-
improvements in Aura, they sort of expand
looks
to
to
take
be
the
a little
space you
bit
give them. So
better.
this is a farm that's been built out here. You see
I
the little
honestly think
scarecrow.
this is a better system than
Aesthetically,
Civ's.
it's just
to be.
set that up. As someone who meticulously spends a lot of time in every game making things look nice, it's got
I can't
little
trim this chat.
paths,
We
it
will
fits to
literally
the
get
borders,
lost
it's
in
lovely.
One of my
land
favorite ways to
management for
honestly
like
play is
hours.
when I'm building a farm. The reason I chose this region is
Especially
because I
the
like
pigeons
big,
with those
big farms.
beady
I like to
eyes.
stretch out.
Pigeons
And
are
I know I'm going to build
unhinged.
a farm here with this grain.
Of course.
I want to make sort of a
The
agrarian
ones in New
district
York
along the
City
coast
are
here,
not
so there'll be a bunch of
drones.
beautiful coastal farms.
Because drones
and then over
can't
here will
gain
be
weight.
like my city center. You can
But
kind
the
of play the
ones
game
that are
almost as a
like
sandbox
all
at the
other
lower difficulty
pigeons are
settings and really
probably
just build, you know,
because
the
they
nation
all
of
look
your
the
dreams.
same.
And I suppose
The New
most
York
important
City ones are
question is,
fat as fuck, so they're
what's
definitely
all
not
this
drones.
worth? What is
But
the
like
end of the
all
game to
other
conquer
pigeons
and
like
wipe
are like the
everyone off
same
the map,
size. They
or
look the same.
is
They have
it
the
to
same
have
demeanor.
The most
So
farms and
you
to
know,
have killed the most cougars. I know you mentioned
there's
the
no soul
singularity,
behind
but
those
what
eyes.
is that point? What are you trying to
You-
do
it-
along the way?
Totally
anyone
valid
who's looked at a
question. It's
pigeon
really
knows
good.
what I'm
To
talking
win
about.
an Aura
You
History
look at a
Untold,
pigeon and it's
your
like,
goal
what
is simply
the
to
fuck
become
is
the
that?
most
And
prestigious
why does
nation on
why
the
does it
planet.
look like
You
it
want
has
to
no
earn the
soul?
most prestige. You want to
Oh,
be
prestige.
be a
Okay.
nation that is known to the ends of time and that
Okay.
everybody will learn about and talk about all the way throughout history. So you can earn prestige many, many different ways. Everything you do has some form of an impact. For example, right now, most of the prestige I've earned is from the quality of life of my citizens. I've been providing them good goods. I've been farming, making sure they have enough food and everything. And because of that, I've been slowly earning prestige over time.
So this is like a crazy, customized, expanded system
the more I empower the religion
in comparison to the Civ
powers, which are
one.
called verses in the game, which give you new abilities. The more of those that I have, and the more that I can convert other nations to my religion, the more prestige I would gain from that. And you can do it through military, you can do it through commerce, and
I love the idea that there's someone making notes going, I'll give you a point for that. That was a good decision.
Yeah, you can have this prestige.
Yeah,
you can have this. You're a little bit more well known now. One of my favorite things
That's
about
crazy.
the prestige system is you can pivot over time.
Okay.
In the first act with Nefertiti, maybe I'll work really hard on spreading my religion, but then maybe in the
True.
middle eras, in the early medieval ages or something, I'll rush.
Ah,
iron
yes,
and rush
chat,
into
the early
swordsmen
medieval
and rush into
ages.
knights and
What
try
a
to do some
horrible time to be
conquering, and then as I
alive.
get into the third act, maybe I'll start producing
Right
masterpieces.
before the Black Death shows up.
But you can do
Oh,
all
man.
of these things, and then you end
Crusader
up in this,
era, chat.
stack
Hopefully you
with
don't
the
end up
other,
in the Middle East.
societies. You can
So
see
you can constantly see where you're stacking.
absolutely,
Interesting.
and you can understand how you're earning prestige and where it's coming from, and how you maybe could be doing better. One of the other innovations.
Forgettable.
Very sad.
Oh my! If
Very
I, if I ever find myself there, I think I would cry.
Well,
Forgettable,
you wouldn't have to cry for
toxic.
long because at the
I
end,
can boot up a new go and start again.
always, but also at the end of every act,
Yeah.
the forgettable nations are actually culled from the game. It is a unique feature in Aura that allows the game
So they're
to sort
wiped
of
out.
consolidate the world, make the super. So when you get to the
Sick.
third act in an 8-player game, for example, you'll have 4 players, the superpowers. They'll all be what's left, and everything else will have been kind of forgotten to history. In Act 2, we'll lose 2 nations, and then all of a sudden there'll be a rush on all of their incredible findings, all the ruins of their nations, all the stuff that was left behind, and people will be in that kind of age of exploration.
Wow. Okay, I love that. So what I want to do now is a little birdie told me that you've actually prepped what an end version is it? Is it
Yes.
Act 3 we're jumping to? Is it Act 2? Where are we going to be checking out now?
All right, so we're going to go into a Act 3 save that
Okay.
was done where I was playing as Joan of Arc,
Fun.
Jeanne
Okay,
d'Arc,
nice.
who is plays as one of the rulers of France in the game. In the game, they can have multiple rulers of different nations. So, you know, with launch, we're launching with Otto von Bismarck to rule Germany, of course, because we're here at Gamescom. But if you buy the deluxe or premium edition, you get the leader pack that includes Hildegard von Bingen,
Okay.
who plays completely differently. She's a very famous nun from the ancient Chinese,
Chat,
ancient German.
we can make a
times, and
warrior nun.
She brings a totally different play style than Otto.
Oh, okay.
No,
Interesting.
no,
One other
I'm
thing
gonna
to show you, and
crush
then we'll jump
Otto's
right
face
okay, right.
with Hilda.
We've met a tribe.
This is okay.
I'm gonna,
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
in
name her
tribes, you meet
Hilda
these
the Hun.
tribes, you find them out in the
Okay,
wild,
and we're
and
gonna
they are these
crush
small
Otto
nations. They're
von
named after
Bismarck
whatever the region
under
is.
heel.
They're sort of inspired by real tribes.
I don't
but
know
there
if it
aren't
was
any
Otto
actual
von
real
Bismarck,
individual
chat.
tribes. They're just made up for that.
I'm pretty sure
And
that's
then
World War II
inspired by
era.
real life, actual events in history. So in this case, there was a founding myth, and they attributed it to two
Dude,
different
there's
things. And actually
so
had
much
this fight
to
about
this
what was
game.
the founding myth. So we've took narrative inspiration about that and created this one, where now they're asking you, should you do the Beastborn
Appreciate you,
Prince
Chris.
Myth for
Like
their
I said, I'll
society?
get
What do you
you
want to
once
record in the
I,
annals of your great society?
once I get through
Or
the
foreign
remainder of
prince
this
myth? Or do you want
Gamescom.
to say, no, it wasn't either of those. Actually, it was
Oh,
a giant
what?
bird, and you're both wrong, and now you get more religion spread, but then you deteriorate the relationship. Here,
Bro.
this costs stone for you to be able to build out the Prince Myth and create the statues necessary. In this one, you need timber to be able to do the things in the woods to kind of show off what the myth would be. And in both cases, you get prestige, but it's about what you have to spend.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do? Do you like the Beast Prince Myth, the Born Prince Myth, or do you want to bring your own?
I'm writing my own book here.
You're doing it.
Tell him to go away. It's fine. I can see it has a detrimental relationship
That's
effect,
okay.
but it's fine. This is my world, and they're living in it.
It is now the Book of Charlieism is written, and
Yes.
we have that. And unfortunately, this will mean these tribal warriors might be mad at us. These guys might be a little bit bitter. Is their current diplomatic status?
That's fine.
It'll
We'll
be
deal
fine.
with them later. It's
Yeah.
all good. Right.
We don't have to deal with them
Take
because
me to the future.
we're going to go to another game. So this is in a bit of a war-torn world. It's in the information age, but some things have fallen behind a little bit because of the amount of war, and now it's kind of settled into sort of a firm Cold War state. But you'll see different
Okay.
prestige for the different rulers, and you'll also see a mix of
Cold War
different
should be an
layers
age of
industrial,
technological
modern,
advancement as it
well
was in the
as-
60s
So
for
you can see right
humanity.
here, there's a farm. that's a
Humanity
little bit different,
advanced
and we'll
great.
zoom out.
Whoa! So different. Look at that.
And that is the city of Paris. You can see the old city walls that were built up in medieval times are still.
Wow.
Why are the medieval walls still standing? Well, actually, see, Chad, I say that, but then again, right? Like, we see cities across the world where old stone walls that weren't destroyed are still standing. So
There,
I guess maybe that's not
you
a question.
wouldn't see those knocked down in real life. You can see different buildings.
Yeah, I
and
was gonna say
improvements. If I zoom out
they don't
further,
necessarily
you see
get
the
knocked
world's been
down in
much
real
more
life. They
explored.
kind of
Absolutely.
You can kind of start
look
to
at
see
these
it from
monuments.
that
Oh
airplane
my
view if you're flying
god!
over it. Over here we have one of our great triumphs.
Those are the
Triumphs take up
level
an entire
49
region
unique
with
out of level
housing around
25.
them.
Unique.
This is the amphitheater
You
of
really
El
are
Jem
like
in
cruising
Tunisia.
through
It is
levels
this
right now.
incredible coliseum that was built by the Romans in the ancient times.
Is this still being
that,
used?
Provides a lot of different benefits to your society.
It's glowing as well.
Oh yeah, our
Yeah, why is
triumphs
it
we always
glowing?
throw a little bit of a sheen on them, a little bit of
that's
magic.
gorgeous.
And then if we move around, you can see there's some horse track there providing some value.
The way how close you can get down with a
Oh,
camera,
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
in absolute awe. Oh my goodness me.
This would be what a wheat farm would look like in this era as well. So the different crops also have different appearance as well. This is a stone pit that's currently producing
this is
iron.
really cool.
This is sort of an industrial mine,
Of
and you
course,
can see the
yeah.
industrial diggers there.
Trash.
And then you can always go into your nested tooltips and say, okay, iron, what do I use iron for? Oh, I know, I use it to craft
Iron.
telescopes or steel. What
Oh.
do I use steel for? I need steel for a lot of things.
goodness
I'm going to be
me.
using that steel
What?
to
To make a toilet.
metal pots.
Wait, so
indoor
at a
toiletry,
glance, you can
different
just
things that I can use as
no,
amenities.
no, no,
that I
chat,
can use
chat.
to
It's
craft other
over.
buildings. For example,
I
need
honestly,
these machine parts.
yeah,
to be able
chat.
to make
I
a
think
large
this
particle
could, this
collider.
could,
or I would
this
need
could
these
end
machine parts
Civ.
if I wanted to craft the SRS 8000,
This is,
which is one of the world's
in my
largest,
opinion, this is so much
excavators.
better of a system than
One of them,
Civ.
please.
Yeah, you know, just one of those.
God, there's just no point
Chad,
where
I
you're
think
not
it's ogre.
informed of the decisions you're making, and you can really take time with it because you know
Chad, it's
as soon
ogre.
as you're done, yeah, absolutely, and you can delete the bits and pieces along the way and make it good.
Yeah, and you can see the borders here with the German state where we had originally had some wars. You
Nah,
can see the
dude,
city
this-
of Ars.
this
They
looks
still has
good.
some military units in there. It also
might
has some
have to stream
interesting
this. This
things.
looks
There's
good. It
A
looks
triumph
fun,
here. I think we have
bro.
the Statue of Liberty.
I mean, I can
We have
run
a
mouse and
lighthouse
keyboard
there,
on console.
leading our ships into shore.
On the PS5, it has the
There's
availability
just a
to
lot
do that.
going on everywhere you look.
There
So like,
really
if this
is.
is available for
It looks
PlayStation, I
complex
don't even
because
have
it
to
is.
Uh-huh.
This is
play
a core
this
game
on.
for core gamers, for
Yeah.
strategy gamers. It's a love letter to them. But we've tried to create a lot of things like those nested tooltips, and of course
my
the
God.
Encarta. We brought it back that show you all of the different ways to play,
amazing.
all the different supplies in the game, the people you can find, everything else. So.
Oh, that's
Okay.
so good, and it feels like a juxtaposition to say it.
God, it's so good. Is that Cult of the Lamb?
This is Tales of
Okay, hold on.
from the show. It's a sequel of epic side-scrolling proportions.
See what it
this
is, chat.
Tales of Iron 2.
I'll chat. We didn't see something I expected to see today, so we're gonna look and make sure that we didn't miss it. Because if we did, I am gonna cover it before we go.
Our world was not ready for their cruelty, their barbarity. An ancient evil from a forgotten time, a forgotten place.
This looks like a side
Winged
scroller.
devils. They feast without fill, kill without reason, and will not stop until the world burns in blood. Fight fire with fire, they say.
This is a side
But
scroller.
one rat can brave the blaze. Wield the flame with a bloodlust even greater than their own. Tales of Iron 2, Whiskers of Winter.
Not February with the 15
Just
games.
so many great interviews on this stage the last 3 days. We've just had a blast, haven't we?
It's been so good,
That's it,
Bex.
chat.
And remember, with Xbox Game Pass and Game Pass for PC, you can get new games on day one like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th, play some of the biggest games of the year, and unlock partner benefits from Riot Games and EA Play. If you are not already a Game Pass member, join now and get your first month of PC Game Pass for $1 or €1. This offer is not going to last long though, so you need to act now.
So until next
Ignoring
time,
exchange rates is
watching.
crazy.
Und auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. I'm gonna be honest, chat. Day 3, big W, big W. Auf Wiedersehen. Big W. Okay. 25. Day 3. All right, chat. Let's take a look. Day 3. I don't think there was anything for Dragon Age. 8 days ago, 14 hours ago. Digital Foundry's top 3 games. Gamescom. All right, chat. Gamescom 2024 Day 3. Monster Hunter Wilds developer live stream, which we definitely missed. Oh, man. 2 hours? Okay, we cover that tomorrow. Gamescom opening night, full showcase. Age of Mythology is 2 days ago. Bruh. Let's chat, let's filter. Upload date. 13 hours ago. Okay, that doesn't help me. Relevance. That last, let's do today. This should help slim things down. XCOM, okay, or Xbox Day. Let's just do Gamescom 2024 and we'll filter for the last day. Today. 11 hours ago, 13 hours ago. Xbox Watchmen, Avowed demo gameplay deep dive. We watched this. We didn't watch this. This is Dune Open World Survival MMO. We missed that. Space Marine overview we watched. Avowed we watched. Rogue Waters, I don't know that we watched. This is 18 minutes ago? No. I want to make sure that we've covered everything. We watch our Atom Fall. Atom Fall honestly looks interesting, to be honest with you. Sparkling Zero. I don't think we saw this. We're going to watch this real quick. Let me make sure there's one half. Okay. Space Marine, no. Digital Foundry, Mirthwood. What is Mirthwood? I don't know if we've seen this. I don't know if we saw that, chat. Path of Exile 2, don't necessarily care about. About gameplay demo. Okay, chat. The last thing we're going to kind of get into now is going to be this. I don't think we've seen this. This is the Gamescom gameplay for DBG Sparking Zero. Oh, and we get that Japanese with the English subtitles? Sheesh, let's go. Au revoir. Unique gal, if you're going to bed, I appreciate you for being here. Seriously, thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed some Gamescom. I'm going to get caught up. Probably Monster Hunter might be the only thing we watch tomorrow. There's a few extended gameplay stuff that I haven't watched, but I'm not 100% sure what they all are. I only know of the Monster Hunter one, so that may be the only one that I go over, chat. But we've covered Gamescom. I'm so happy. Gamescom this year was good. Day 2 was mid-tier. Opening night was great. Day 1 was pretty decent, I would say. Day 2 was kind of mid. Day 3 was great. I've gotten out of Gamescom what I wanted to. I cannot wait for the 2024 Game Awards. I will 100% be watching those live. Game Awards are always at night. I'll probably take off the whatever day that the Game Awards ends up being. I'll probably take off the day that's after, if it's not a Saturday, so that I can stay up with y'all as late as I need to cover the full thing, while also getting a Let's Play episode in beforehand, if I choose to. It may just be it may just be Game Awards. Dude, Game Awards, always a good time, chat. We get trailers, right? Release stuff, and then we get the Game Awards. We will be doing voting for the Game Awards this year, so I will do our Game Awards voting live, and I will be recording that to post on YouTube. So, YouTube frogs, if you're excited for the Game Awards this year, stay tuned, because when those votings pop up, we will eventually be recording and posting them for you, so that you guys can see what we choose to vote on and what we don't. It will be the same as it was last year. If I go to a category and I don't recognize the games, there's not a single game in the category I recognize, I'm skipping the category. If I at least know of a game in the category, or I think it was multiple games, if I remember correctly, we did, if I know 2 to 3 games in the category, I'll choose one based on the ones that I know. But if there's less than that, or I don't know any, we don't make a choice. I don't vote on things I don't know about. It's not smart to do. A random vote to someone that may or may not deserve it is not worth it. Plus, there's plenty of categories to vote on, right? It'll be interesting to see what is in the running for Game of the Year this year. Chat, remember DBZ is based on the same Chinese story, famous Chinese story that Black Myth Wukong is based off of. Hashtag Son Goku. Hashtag Son Goku, chat.
Super Saiyajin 2ならどのくらいで倒せっかな。
待たせたな。やっと貴様の死ぬ時がやってきた。
Why did Vegeta turn into a monkey? Isn't Son Goku way stronger than Vegeta even in monkey mode? Bro, he missed. Bro, he missed. This has to be two people playing each other. Either that or two computers playing each other, chat. That's toxic. You should have just maxed and used whatever the max skill is. Uh-oh. Oh my god, that's actually a massive hit, bro. Bro. We saw the Kefla. We saw the Kefla one yesterday. Chatterino. Now the big thing is it's not playing what I needed to. But hey, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, no, Noise. It looks good. I'm definitely super interested to see it. I'm interested to see a lot of these games, man. I'm not kidding. It's been a fun experience covering Gamescom. I honestly didn't expect it to be as fun as it has been this year. Have you guys enjoyed it? Have you guys enjoyed the Gamescom coverage? We're not done, obviously, right? We've got the extended look at Monster Hunter that I need to cover tomorrow. And I'm definitely going to. I have to. We may cover it tomorrow morning before Cyberpunk. I may do that first thing in the morning just to get it out of the way while people are chilling out before we hop into Cyberpunk. I haven't fully decided yet. We'll kind of see. Yeah, I love doing live react content. I wish I was reacting to Gamescom live. Hey, if you're watching in the future on YouTube, by the way, hey, YouTube Frog, seriously, I appreciate y'all. We'll do one last thing before we head out of here tonight. No, we won't. No, we won't. Hey, if you're watching right now with us on Twitch, please stick around. I'm dropping the raid messages in the chat. We're gonna go hang out with the homie. We're gonna go hang out with the homie Chris, me. Is it Chris? Are we gonna go hang out with Chris? Hold on. Let me see something. Nah. Chat. Hold on. Let's see who are we hanging out with tonight. Nah. Hold on, chat. We're gonna raid out to we're gonna hang out to the homie Noise, who's playing TCM. I get to watch some TCM before I go to bed tonight. Noise, I gotta have some snack food, so I'm probably gonna be up hanging out with you tonight, bro. So please stick around. If you're watching in the future on YouTube, you've made it this far, hey, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. We are we're done. That's it. That's the coverage. If you are a sub, raid 1 was your sub message. If you are a non-sub, raid 2 was your sub message. We're gonna go hang out with Noise. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if we'll cover Monster Hunter before or after we do our recordings for Cyberpunk. One or the other. I will be live as soon as I can. I'm hoping tomorrow morning, but I want to have breakfast before we start. I think we'll do Monster Hunter first. I think we'll do the Monster Hunter recording first, and then we'll get into Cyberpunk. So I probably won't change. Yeah, I probably won't change the title tonight. I'll probably change it tomorrow when I actually decide what we're doing first. I'll see y'all later, right? Hey, YouTube, Twitch, I appreciate y'all seriously so much. It has been fun. I love covering the live stuff. I cannot wait for the Game Awards this year. We're gonna have some fun that night. BYOB, it's gonna be a party session, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.